Hello, everyone. Before we get started on this week's episode, just a quick word that YouTube, in all its infinite wisdom, has decided that some of the Die Party games are now not suitable for advertising. It doesn't mean a whole lot for the content. I'm not going to censor the videos in any way, but if you'd like to lend your support so that Die Party can continue to grow, please check out the Patreon or subscribe on the Twitch channel. Enjoy the episode. Oh shit. Do you hear that? Is that the sound of progression? Is that the sound of a player base that's ready to play a game? Is that the sound of four motherfuckers ready to pretend to be something they're not?
I
Pew
mean,
pew pew.
I thought I knew what that sound was, and then you kept going, and now I'm confused again. But yeah, I'm excited about it.
Hell yeah. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Time Party Surge, a weekly Shadowrun Anarchy role-playing experience right here on Twitch. Yeah, it's been a fucking trial and a half getting this game back up. I think the last time we played was before I went on my honeymoon, right? So it's been a bit of a time. I apologize profusely, but it's the stars have just never aligned since I've come back. We've had family emergencies. We've had a burning schedule. Like literally, this game has been kept separated because of sexual intercourse. It's in like I can't underestimate that. Like I really can't. So today I was like, you know what? Fuck it, man. Come hell or high water, we are playing this game tonight. If only James showed up, I would have been like, fuck it, James, solo run, let's go. So, you know. But yeah, shit. Hey everyone, welcome back. Let's introduce everyone who'll be playing tonight. Up first, we have the man who is incredibly ready. Like every day, Eugene was like, "Dude, I need this shit."
It's true.
It's true, Eugene.
It's not a lie.
Both of your games that you've been a part of on Die Party have this issue right now.
Honestly, I'm feeling a little bit like it's me. It hasn't been me, but I'm feeling a little bit like it's me. Like James is just like, yeah, you know what?
I really don't like you.
I just can't play with Eugene tonight. You know?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I can't play with you, June. A, he eats in front of someone who's hungry, and secondly, throws his friends under the bus.
Yeah, I've gotten to the point where me and James apparently have such a bad working relationship that he's just like, no, can't do it. We're done.
Sorry,
He
boss.
private messaged me earlier on Discord, was like, I can't believe I gotta fucking play with this guy tonight.
Wait,
I know.
who's James?
Got him. What have you been up to, Eugene? It's been a couple of weeks, man. So you must have.
I honestly, I haven't been up to near enough. Work has been kicking my ass left, right, up, down, sideways, in uncomfortable positions that
Ooh.
No, they put in artisanal books for hipsters to figure out what sex is. But
It's that time of year again, honey. Time for that sweet pood.
yeah, pumpkin spice doggy style. It's all the thing. Anyway, I beat a game recently. What did I beat recently? Hand of Fate 2.
Oh, love that game.
Yeah, yeah, I really enjoyed
man, Brian.
Back in my day, they were called video games. They were called movie talkies, controlies.
it. Control.
We called it solitaire.
So I enjoyed every element of that game, though I felt a little bit underwhelmed by the ending. But that's only because by the time I got to the ending, I had done that thing where you just get ridiculously super powerful. and then the ending was kind of super easy.
All right,
But
was it one of those games where you were like, "Man, I'm ready for this game to end. Let's go," or was it like,
no. I literally enjoyed every part of it. It was just in the first game when you got to the last boss. The last boss itself was very challenging. It felt like, holy crap, this is the culmination of everything I've been doing. Whereas in this game, because of it being a more RPG nature where you can get better gear and get better cards throughout the whole thing, and there are some, each mission has an optional gold ending, so you can beat it or you can beat it with style. And by beating it with style, you unlock better cards. So by doing that and by being a completionist, by the time I got to the end, the final fight was kind of a pushover. So it did not have that culmination of, oh yes, this is what I've been working towards. But still good.
no, nice. Are you gonna be joining us for Aberration?
What was that?
The new Arc map?
Depends on when, but yeah, maybe.
We have a community server that we have up for the cockpit, and you can just join in and just play.
Are you gonna build a giant cock in front of my house again? Because
no, I mean seriously, if you manage to like, the server's on the hardest difficulty Arc can possibly be, and for the longest time it was kicking our ass, but we're finally getting a foothold, so it's gonna. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'll spawn and die 19 times, get frustrated, call you, cry a little bit. You'll pat me on the head. Then I'll die like 14 more times and then quit.
You should.
To be fair, in my experience, as long as you actually don't try and help Henley with anything, you don't die. I didn't die until I started working with him, and then I just died over and over.
Well, we had to take on bees. Today in the afternoon, I didn't stream it or nothing, but we were like, all right, let's fuck up this bee's nest. Let's get some honey. And all three of us died.
Listen, I won't question your plans, but any plan that starts with let's fuck with this bee's nest is gonna be an instant no for me. I'm gonna pass.
Deep sea cave fishing, man, that's my goal. And we're now one step closer.
Like, that'd be down for.
Well, we got to get the honey to make that happen, bruh.
What? In what world do you need honey to make that happen?
Fish love honey, man.
Fish love honey.
You catch more fish with honey than with vinegar.
But deep sea cave exploration has nothing to do with catching fish.
Look, all you need to do is join up, and your goal is to get to a decently high level, and we can make you wingsuits, and then we can go explore the great crevasse that is this map. That's the plan. You should join us for it. It's gonna be good.
I will join you on this adventure.
Fantastic. Speaking about adventure, let's go to the next man who looks like he just came from an adventure with that beard of his. Spooty, what up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good. I'm trying to catch my beard up to you, June, and Doc, but it's not quite there yet.
Have you been playing Destiny still?
Yep, I played through the new DLC. I was very underwhelmed.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to get the next DLC, to be honest. I may wait until they do a year 2 update. Because they have some serious fixing to do that game, which is shocking because they fucking learned nothing from Destiny 1.
Yeah, I mean,
Destiny 1 was shit at the beginning, but I'll tell you what, by the end of it, it was a fucking great game. And it boggles my mind that we have to fucking do this again.
So basically, all I do every week now is I dedicate 4 hours a week to playing that game. I'm already at 331 power level.
Yeah.
It's like
the thing.
I
All you do is
don't
log
even
in.
grind. It's like
All you do is log in, do your milestones to get powerful gear, and then there's fucking nothing left to do.
Yep, pretty much.
So
pretty much.
But,
I mean, they added like grinding boxes and stuff like that, but it's like, who gives a fuck? Like
yeah.
Unless you're a YouTuber and your entire goal is to make clickbait videos from Destiny 2, no one cares.
Right. I'm sad about that one. But I have been playing the shit out of Final Fantasy 14,
Ooh,
and that is really good.
that's the MMO,
I'm
yeah.
not, yeah, I'm not a huge MMO fan, but after just so many
All right, are
people
you one of
telling
those little
me,
girls? Are you one of those little girl people?
no, but I am the like the little boy child looking
Oh, nice. Okay, that's
character.
fine.
Yeah. But and I'm playing an arcanist, so
Live out your
I'm getting
dreams of
all
being a
these.
Moe blob. That's what that game
Yeah,
is.
I'm getting all these, badass spells and shit. I'm only level 16. I mean, I literally just started playing it
I
earlier
think
this week.
the best part about being one of the Lalafels, I think what they're called,
Yeah, Lalafell.
is that so they scale down all the gear. That makes sense. You're a tiny person, you need tiny gear. They also scale down all of the spells. All of the spells are adorably small.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
why. don't know why that they were like tiny people, lots of magic, super small spells.
Well, it was great, and the
Well, it's
reason
gotta be.
the reason I picked that race, because whenever I start like a game where I can like customize the look of a character, I always have my girlfriend sit next to me, and I'm like, all right, what are we gonna be? And she
Really?
saw that, and she was like, "Oh my god, they're adorable! You have to be that." I'm like, "Okay, I'll be that." But it's great. So many people were saying, "Oh, it's fucking great. You gotta do it. You gotta do it." I'm like, okay, because I knew that they had obviously everyone knows the story of them fixing the fucked up first game.
I played the first version of it.
Oh,
I bought the
but
special edition. I had that little fucking tumbler
yeah,
thing. Like,
but
God, like
it's
I played it.
really
I played it for a
good.
little bit, and then I got into a map, and I was like, "The fuck is this game?"
Yeah. So I
Literally a
mean,
month after that game came out, they're just like,
I've only
eh.
gone to a few different areas, but even like in the starting area where you start, the different sections of it are look very different. You don't see a whole lot of repeating shit, which is
Good.
nice.
That's what the problem was
Um,
in the first one.
yeah. The community is real helpful. They got this thing, like I got invited to the novice channel, which you have to get invited to by a high level player. And so it allows you as a novice to chat in this channel and say, hey, I'm having trouble with this. Like they have basically like a mentorship program
Oh,
where
nice.
you can even link in, get an invite from a high level player, and they will fucking run you through shit. I haven't got one of those invites yet, but I may be able to actually request that. I'm not sure how that works, but I love the way they've done the lore, and especially how they explained how they basically blew up version 1.0. And like you'll talk to the characters and they're like, yeah, 5 years ago something happened and it erased our fucking memory. Like
Also, it's
it's pretty
part of the
clever how they
world
do it.
lore that they had this fucked up
Yeah.
version of the
Oh
game.
yeah, oh yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
Yeah.
in the fucking
awesome.
world lore.
It,
Yeah,
the
it's
original
awesome.
name was Realm Reborn. So
Yeah.
instead of just going, "Oh, we fucked up. We're not going to acknowledge that we fucked
Oh,
up."
they own it.
They literally went, "Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we're
we
going to
fucked
use some
up.
of these same characters. We're going to throw them in there as little like nods to the past." And yep,
Yeah, like literally the
something
game,
real bad happened.
the opening cutscene is literally Bahamut appearing out of nowhere and literally destroying the world. And like that's their explanation for why 1.0 is no longer there.
Oh,
Like fucking
that's
dragon shows up and destroys everything, and the people that survive because of the great calamity, they call it the great calamity, because they survived it. Like I guess they had their memories wiped, so all they know is that there were a few heroes that saved the world, which is why it can continue. But yeah, everyone was like, I don't know what the fuck happened
are
5 years ago.
the few heroes NC soft. Is that how that works?
Yeah, but
Well,
it's really good. It's really good. I'm enjoying playing it, and I'm looking forward to you can do with the Stormblood expansion. I guess they give you a crystal or whatever you can just activate and be boom level 50 and catch up. I'm not doing that. I started at level 1 and I'm just working my fucking way through, and I'll get to the new expand. There's Heaven's Word, or what is it? How do you say it? Heaven's something.
Heaven's Word, I think.
Heaven's Word, and then the new one is Stormblood or something like that. But I'm just working my way up from the very fucking start. It's cool because you can fucking train in any class you want to. You can swap. That's the only thing they kept from the original game, apparently, was the fact that you can swap classes around like on the fly, pretty much, as long as you're trained in them. So right now I'm training as an arcanist. I'll probably train in something else a little later, maybe healing or something like that. But I don't, there's so many different jobs and classes that you can train in.
If I recall correctly, your class is determined by the weapon you wield.
Yes.
So if you want to be a monk, you put on monk.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you set up gear sets basically, and when you swap gear sets, it's like swapping your class. It's pretty cool, man.
And crafting is its own class.
Yes.
Each craft is its own class.
How much fishing can you do in the game?
There is a fishing quest, like the Learn to Fish quest, and I haven't done it yet. And the only reason I haven't, I've done a few side quests here and there, but honestly, so far the main storyline is actually pretty good. So it's been sucking me into continuing to do that. Although I did kind of hit a power wall, sort of. It's like a level 13 or 14 quest, and I'm level 15. And it's this instance where pirates are trying to like destroy a boat, and you have to basically kill the boss before he uses his special move. And that was the first quest that I was unable to complete. So I'll probably hit a few side quests just to level up a little bit. But
all right,
the first one I'm going to do is the fishing one.
Nice. All right,
Fishing in the game is pretty good.
James.
That's what I hear.
We still haven't changed your overlay yet, but you've changed your name now.
Yeah, I'm now James Corp, so that people can't call me Cook. Because
You'll still be a cuck in my mind, James.
Okay.
I'm kidding. How you doing, man? It's been a couple of weeks. What have you been up to?
Bit of this, bit of that. Been playing a bit of RimWorld this week because I didn't have Aberration until last night. I still need to like clear some space so I can install the fucking thing.
That says a lot about Ark when people are just like, yeah, I literally don't have enough room on my computer. It's like, how come it can't be that big? How big is it? 70 gigabytes. And he's just like, yeah, okay.
It's ridiculous. I have been playing Ark, but the season ended, so everyone's moved on to Aberration. So I'm not on it yet because I haven't installed it.
This is that dark RP thing, right?
Yeah. It was cool.
Yeah, I might maybe play that after I've had my fun just fucking around in Ark.
But if you want me to put your name forward, I'll put your name forward. It's like invite only.
Sure, pull my name forward.
All right. I'll get that.
How does that stuff work? Did they just give you like unlimited XP or whatever? Like,
no, you level up pretty fast. You don't need to. Like grind as much as you normally have to. But that's because it's sort of like a roleplay server. So just make a character and then play that.
Yeah.
And be silly.
Yeah.
Generally, the sillier character, the more like popular they are. That's generally the rule of thumb that I've found. What else? I do my RPG shit. Went to a Twitch meetup a couple of weekends ago in London.
how the fuck? Okay, so what are people? Yeah, hey man, I love Twitch, and you're just like, yeah. I mean, that's why we're here. Like what exactly do you talk about?
No,
there?
they were all streamers and stuff like that. So.
Oh, that's better. Okay, it's not just a weird fan thing. Cool. That's better. Yeah.
Hence why I made a load of. Well, there were like viewers there as well, but that's why I made that's why I rebranded as quick as I could, and got myself some business cards and gave them out.
Oh yeah, how'd that work out? Did you find any more players for your role playing stuff?
No, I found it really hard to talk to anyone because they were getting hammered and I was sober as a fucking hope.
Oh, you don't drink?
I was driving, so I couldn't drink.
Yeah. No, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. You should.
But also the same day.
But also responsible.
But there was also an RPG like convention the same day as well. So in London, Dragon Meet that I went to, that was good. I met like Will from Encounter Roleplay and stuff, and chatted to him for a bit, and a few others. That was good.
Yeah, Will's pretty good people. Yeah.
Also spoke to a few like companies and gave them my business card and making arrangements, try and get free shit.
That's the way you do it, man. That's the way you do it.
But yeah, nothing too interesting really. Just something every day really, if I can. Except last week when I was like having a bit of an issue near the end of the week. But yeah, other than that. Sorry, I'm thrilling. I'm exciting.
Yeah, no, you're just buzzing with energy. I love it. All right, Doc Gast, man, it's the last time we talked to you was Tuesday. But what have you been up to since then?
Not much. Played some Ark. It was a nightmare. I mean, it was fun for a bit, and then
bees in my ass.
Would you say it was an aberration?
Sorry,
shut up.
sorry to interrupt. What do you mean? What do you mean hardest setting on Ark? What do you mean?
So
What's, like,
basically,
saving and stuff?
the difficulty is scales from 1 to 10, right? We put it on 10, and then there's also a modifier that you can apply to that for like how hard things get in order to increase the loot. And we set that to the highest, which was 4. So it's basically at 40% difficulty, which is like the hardest you can get. So you spawn in, and there's like, at the spawn zone, the very easiest one, you get attacked by like level 110 raptors and stuff.
I rescind my "I'm going to play that with you" thing. That doesn't. Being ripped to shreds by raptors does not sound like fun, Henley.
No, it is.
Look at it this way. If you're going to get eaten by a raptor, it doesn't really matter if it's level 90 or if it's level 300. It's going to eat you anyway. So you may as well go with the level 300 one because it'll be over quicker.
Yeah, and it's also worth pointing out too, when we get dinosaurs, they're stupid high level. Like the ones that we've gotten are like level 320, because you talk them, and the base level that they start at is super high. So, and the gear you find is higher level, and it's basically just like playing any game on the hardest difficulty. The loot is better, and the dinos are harder, but the taming's also better as well.
He seems unconvinced.
Eugene's unconvinced, yeah. It is fun. Yeah, definitely. It takes a little bit more prep work to do anything, but like that's part of the fun of it, in my opinion. So
How's the fishing?
I'm about to find out.
They
actually made
honey.
So here's the thing. They made there's a loot scaler now in the server settings for like, by default, if you get like a really good fishing rod, because there's certain difficult types of fishing rods that you only get from killing high level things or whatever, and you get the best bait, which is honey, which is why we struggled so much to get the honey nest. You can, and you find a high level fish to catch. You can get really high level gear from it, and in the server settings now, it defaults at 5. I put it up to 8 because I like getting good stuff, and fishing's relaxing, so it should be fun. Should be good.
Have you played the new fishing RPG, Dave?
Wait, what?
On it's a phone app. It's called Iron Fish.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
I want to play it.
It's called Rule. It's called Rule with an Iron Fish, and it's literally all pirates and fishing, and it's actually pretty fun.
Yes. I haven't unlocked the last island yet.
It's $3.99.
I think I've only unlocked one. Yeah, it's like $2 or $3.
The fishing is literally just like click, slide.
It's very relaxing though.
Slide. Yeah, caught a turtle. But
Yeah.
Okay.
And sometimes it'll be like a flashing gold fish, and that's like a rare fish, and you got to get it. It's really it's not like a complicated like fishing simulator or something.
See, why don't they have these sorts of games on fucking the computer? Because that's all I want in my life.
I don't know if it would work on a computer, honestly, but you should check it out, man. It's fun.
Alright, I'm buying it right now, you fucking assholes.
And the nice thing is there's no in-game purchases, so it is.
Oh no, I like that
Mhm,
about these sorts of things. Like if when I play a game, if
you
it's
pay
like
once and that's it.
if it's like $2, right? I'll normally buy it because like whatever. If it's a recommendation from friends, I'll normally buy it. I bought it, so good stuff. Anyway, oh fuck, boys, we ready to do some fucking playing of this shit? We spent the allocated 30 minutes talking about trash.
Random bullshit. Could we spend 5 minutes or so telling chat, because I'm sure all of us remember, but telling chat,
Oh yeah.
what we were doing.
Sure.
With
So basically, the welcome back to Diet Party Surge, everyone. So what's happened? We started off this sort of arc with a very Jersey Shore looking Mr. Johnson approaching the party about ransacking a diamond store called Diamond Lux Jewelry. They accepted, even though the Mr. Johnson was a bit of a dick, because I made them. And the night before they went on their grand adventure, Hermes was accosted by a bear spirit. He accepted the bear spirit's proposal of having him become his mentor. And during the Diamond Store Lux robbery, which they greatly overplanned for, not only did they put a
dogs with smoke bombs.
Dogs with smoke bombs, yes, that was a real thing. But not only did they manage to take a Shadowrunner out of retirement and put him back into the Edge life. I can't remember his name now. I know there was a... Oh, here it is. Is this it? Oh, Brant.
Shadowrunny McCopface.
Brant. Yeah, Brant's now back in the Shadowrunner life. They managed to escape because of the overzealous natures of the bear spirit attacking 25 odd guards. So the knight errant cops are now hate these people, but they don't know who they are, so it doesn't matter. After they come back, get paid, job well done, all that sort of stuff, the bear spirit, the mentor, appears to to Hermes, offering him a chance to... Oh, they one of the items they stole was a bear amulet. And one of the... and that bear amulet was then sold on to a museum over in the... Oh, shit. This is the problem. Like, you spend so long not playing this game that when you go to play this game, it's just like...
It was the Sioux Nation, wasn't
The
it?
Sioux Nation, that's the one it's called, yeah. Which is one of the 5 several countries that make up the city that they're in right now. Of Denver, yes. That's the one I called it. Man, it's been so long I forgot the fucking city name. But yeah, so the bear spirit urged Hermes to find it again. Not only that, but we also use the hidden powers of Merc to find the value of this item. I don't remember what value I gave it. I think it was worth 10,000. Yeah,
30 karma each, I think you said.
No, it was like
Yeah,
I think it was like
30.
3 karma each or something like that.
I think it was 3 karma each, but it was worth more than that. But Merc agreed to take it to this guy and fence it back to him for like half the value or something.
Yeah. So it was, I think we rounded it up to like 2 karma each or something like that, and whatever you could find in there. So they went to the museum. They went inside the museum. They snuck in. Turns out the museum was fabricating Native American items in order to stay relevant. So like gold and stuff like that. And as they found the spirit totem, the amulet, Hermes was sort of made aware of a very dangerous shadow spirit that was sort of hovering around the actual amulet itself. And that's where we left off. The group.
I think we touched it.
Yes. No, I don't think we touched it. I think
we were about to, and it was like, oh, wait a minute, there's a demon in here.
Wait.
I'm pretty sure you guys didn't even go in the room though.
I would like to add one thing to that wonderful synopsis. Remember how we snuck across the border with a traveling circus, and then James taken into the room with his 2 Mega fans, and now he hates everyone and everything and wants to murder people in their homes in front of their families?
That's right. Yes, you got all their information. I remember now.
Yep.
I remember now.
Deleted all the photos that they took.
They mussed his hair, and so he's going to destroy them.
They took a clip of it.
Yeah. Level.
Yeah, they assaulted me.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that. I remember how fucked up this world is now. I'm getting in the right mood.
Was it my circus that snuck us across? I think.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
yeah.
And the rest of us hid in the fake elephant. But James, James did not want to hide in the fake elephant, so he walked out in his ringleader outfit, which made the ringleader very upset, and they forced him to change. And then he was stripped.
They took my clothes and everything.
They
so
did.
I've got their addresses. I've got their address, and I'm gonna kill them later. Peel their skin off when I lose my distaste.
Just a quick
violence.
reminder: he's the pacifist of.
That's right. Yes, we were talking about this because you wanted to spend your karma to remove your flaw, which is distaste for violence, and that was a great way of doing it. So, yeah.
Can he just get rid of that flaw and replace it with a bloodthirsty flaw?
Well, that's the thing. You don't have to replace it with another flaw.
I'm just saying to not spend the 6 karma on that. Can we just swap it?
Maybe we'll look into that.
He's not going to be bloodthirsty against people that don't wrong him. It's just he was violated. He was put in a position of like powerlessness, and he just wants revenge, and he wants to treat them the same way that they treated him, which was with no little respect. So he's going to, seek his revenge.
All right. So did you guys have any expenditures? Because we can do that now.
We don't get karma until the end of the run, and we're still on the run. So,
I have some karma, but it
because I know you guys wanted to like make some changes so that you could hurt spirits. If you remember that conversation we had at the end of the last episode.
I mean, I do have 2 karma. That doesn't really help me.
If you have 2 karma, you could purchase either close combat will if you don't have it.
I got close combat like a mofo.
But it has to be close combat using will, not close combat using agility. Close combat using agility cannot hit spirits.
Yeah. So basically, you need the ability, as you said, that it has to be a skill that uses will to attack things with. You can do damage to spirits, you can do damage to spirits with what you have, but any non-magical damage gets reduced. Kind of like how if you're trying to attack a ghost in D&D with a sword, you can still damage it, but it doesn't take nearly as much damage.
So can I purchase close combat with will real quick with my 2 karma?
Let's take a look. I think
Just as a note, it's reduced damage by 3.
Yeah, if it's not a greater.
Right. Yeah, so just on normal spirits, it's non-magical weapons take -3.
Okay, to increase the skill by 1 point, spend karma equal to the skill's new rating. For example, to improve engineering skill to 3 to 4 would cost 4 karma. So since you don't have it, I believe it. Do you have it?
Not with will. I have
Okay.
it with agility.
If you open a new skill slot on your character sheet, you can buy a skill at rating 1. If you do not have an open skill slot, you may not buy any new skill. To buy a skill, choose a skill from the skill list on page 32 and pay 2 karma to get the skill rating at 1.
Oh.
All right, so I have it at 1.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. So base is 1, correct?
Yes.
Okay,
The base would
perfect.
be so if you look at the attribute would be will, and then base would be 1, and then you'll have a number that appears on the side there that gives you the roll. So
Yep, 4. Yep.
So
Okay.
for anybody who does not have the close combat will, you can still do physical damage against spirits, albeit they have the damage reduction,
Yeah.
but you will still roll close combat will. It will actually be close combat will with a -2. Close combat agility cannot hit spirits.
I think you're a little bit confused. Shotguns don't use the close combat skill.
Yeah, well, that's they say you can attack spirits in this way. Use close combat plus.
what page are you reading that on?
Page 40. Excuse me. Yeah, 47.
Okay.
Where it describes spirits.
Astral combat, blah, blah, blah.
Spirits are resilient and can only be easily damaged by spells, weapon foci, the conjuring skill, and astral combat. However, it is possible to hurt spirits by putting the force of one's will into physical strike. To attack a spirit in this way, use close combat plus willpower.
Yeah, with a -2 modifier. So what is your close combat plus willpower? Like if you were to change your what is your close combat?
Who, me?
Agility? Yeah.
Agility is close combat base 2 with a mod of +4 because I've specialized in swords in it.
Oh, if you have close combat agility and close combat willpower and you're using swords, you still get that mod.
Oh, I would? Okay,
Yeah.
sweet. +4.
So instead of the only difference is you taking a -1 to normal attack than you would take a -2, I guess. Okay, that makes sense.
Wait, on willpower I still take a -2?
No, because you're in the skill, you don't take a -2 now. But if you didn't, and you could still use, I guess by the book's definition of it here, it's weird that they hide it away like that. But by the book's definition here, you would use if you didn't have it, because you could decide not to spend your 2 karma on this, right? It's up to you.
Yeah.
You would be able to use close combat agility with your current skill, but you would take a -2. You change it to will, but you take a -2. So.
Well, that's weird because right now in my close combat agility I roll 10. If I spend my 2 karma with close combat on will with my specialization in swords, it makes it an 8. So it's like I'm spending 2 karma for nothing.
Exactly. I think
Exactly.
That's the point
That's
they're
kind of
trying to make.
Yeah.
You can do it the other way. It's just you won't have the specialized skill, but you'll have the higher stat pool in general.
Yeah,
to
I
make
mean,
up for it.
I think the whole point of this is to give people who have high will but low agility the ability to fight spirits, even if they can't fight anything else. If we want to break it down mechanically.
All right, so just let me wrap this around my head real quick. So if I just keep close combat agility where I have it, I would roll 8 instead of 10 without spending karma.
Yeah, so just for this session, whenever you want to attack something, you would, in your close combat, swap it to will, and then whenever you roll, you would roll at -2.
Okay, So I'm not spending my 2 karma then.
Okay, cool. Anyone
I
else
don't
want to
know.
make changes like that?
How do I remove something? From my
Modify.
skills?
Click that modify button, and then there'll be a little trash can.
Yep, trash. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I'm going to put my conjuring to 5 using all 5 of my karma.
Yeah, I think that's how that works, right? It's the new level. Hang on, that's a skill, yeah. So,
Yeah, skill.
to increase the skill by 1 point, spend the karma equal to the skill's new rating. Okay. So if you go 3 to 4, it costs 4 karma. Cool, easy.
I'm going from 4 to 5, so 5 karma.
Okay.
I think I was saving it for something, but I don't remember anymore. So fluff it. This is what I'm doing.
So
you're gonna handle the spirit then, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
I certainly hope so.
Well, the one thing that you won't be able to do is hack the spirit. So, I mean, Lodane, what is your plan for attack on this thing?
Stand at the back.
talk it
Offer
down.
support. Wave a flag.
I mean, I did just give you that assault rifle.
Yeah, but if I'm getting negatives to the damage already,
Not to the damage, just to the hit.
Yeah, but he gets -2 on the damage and -2 on the.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But there's also no ammo count in this game, so you might as well shoot it. I don't know. And Mouse, what are you doing to attack this thing? Shotgun to the face.
The most likely thing that's going to happen is I'm going to fire the shotgun at it, realize how ineffective it is, and just leave.
Just peace out.
Yeah, because your shotgun ability is like 3, right, or something like that.
Where is it? Firearms.
Because remember, it's pretty
2?
low roll.
I've got a firearms total of 7.
Okay.
But if it hits, it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
But I doubt it's going to hit.
All right.
What's your willpower? Is your willpower higher than your agility?
No, my agility's higher. I think a willpower of 3.
Could we not like trick it into kind of a tight room and throw a grenade in so the grenade just the explosion bounce off the walls back and forth and just kills it that way?
I would remind the gentleman in the white sneaking in leather that we snuck in to this room past the guards so we didn't have to fight them. Pretty sure grenade throws that plan all to shit.
Well, I'm sure as soon as we
Shotgun?
start firing, as soon as we start firing, it's gonna throw that to the.
You know what? Fair point.
Fair point.
I rescind my.
All right.
As a guy who was just going to punch a spirit, I'm pretty quiet.
So, all right. With that in mind, guys, we rejoin our companions as door on handle, about to go into the room. You can see there's like a glass window in the door. Hermes, you can see like a dark residue emanating off the actual amulet itself. Actually, no, you don't have spirit vision, do you? You only have the sense.
No, I would have to specifically focus on. I mean, I did do a spirit sense, which is level 2 before we came into the building.
I know you did, and there was something bad in here that you did.
Yeah,
you were aware of.
But no, I would have to like sit and nap again. I would have to astral project.
Yeah. So you're getting bad vibes coming from in here, but you're also getting the bear spirit urging you on, as well. What's the plan, fam?
Right, I'm gonna find a pool or something to deck in to make sure that maybe do something so that I can clear the building. Maybe set off a fire alarm to get people out.
Interesting.
Because if they're outside of the building, they might not hear the death cries of us lot.
Yeah, but then you have to deal with emergency forces as well. So.
But I might be able. But if I set the fire alarm off locally and stop it from going any further, then they might not ever turn up.
Interesting.
Okay, I'll retract my about to be idea of actually just starting a fire.
Oh, okay.
That's actually not a bad idea. Okay. So you boys remember how this game works, yeah? You have
No.
you have plot
Yeah,
points.
we make it
and
up as we go along. I think, isn't it?
You make plot
Pretty
points,
much.
and you can basically spend those plot points in multiple variety of ways, including being able to take your turn at any point, and do stuff like that. So let me give you an idea, a reminder. Live dangerously. You can add glitch die to your own roll. Glitch die gives you the extra bonuses of being awesome if you do something good. In the case of hacking, or something really bad will happen if it fails.
Usually bad.
Like, shake it up.
Leaving a digital signature in a safe.
Yeah.
After you kill 50 protection forces.
Yeah.
Just as an example.
Shake it up. You can change the turn order by taking actions when it isn't your normal turn. Double time it. You can use a plot dice to move twice as far in a single turn. Surprise threat. You can have team members or enemies appear in your game if you wanted to have something else take away the pressure from you on the guards or make a distraction. First aid. You can heal a single point of physical or stun. Malfunction. Characters, spirits, devices, etc. Stop working for a short period of time. That's if it's like connected to a character. So like if it's like another spirit user, if you find that spirit user and plot a malfunction in there somehow, you can get rid of their spirits pretty easily. Take the hit. If a win, you can re-roll someone else's defense die after the defense has been thrown to take the hit for them. And a Dispatch of Cold, immediately take one free attack against an NPC who just attacked you. Does not count as you using up your turn, much like Shake It Up does. So they're the things that you can do with glitch dice. So let's start off with you localizing this fire thing there, Lodane. So you jack in. Now, what are your bonus?
Before jacking, I will find a secure, a semi-safe place out of sight, maybe, from those things before I deck in.
What do you mean, the spirit?
So just we open the door. What is it that we see in this room?
So this is the cleaning room where they clean artifacts and stuff like that. Apply a bit of gloss to it, chrome it up, whatever it is that they need to do to make it look more visually appealing to people. And
like a preservation type thing, or
yeah. The thing that you notice if you were to look around is that this amulet has been cracked a little bit, just a little tiny crack, and the spirit has sort of seeped out of the amulet because of that. And it seems like whatever they were doing, they were trying to probably repair the amulet, and maybe the reason why this place is failing now is because of this bad spirit or whatever. It's hard to say. But yeah, there's some other stuff in here,
it's basically just a big open room with some tables where things are being worked on, and
yeah, there's a lot of brushes. There's some sinks and water stuff like hoses and shit like that, really.
And where is the amulet in regards to is it in the middle of the room near the
center
door?
table with a light on it, because this is fucking
dramatic scenes.
Dramatic as fuck, yeah.
Aesthetics, motherfucker. Yeah. Anything to do with sort of water pressure or whatever, if you guys want to do weird shit with that, you can. There's enough sort of cleaning stuff in here, and there's also chemicals and stuff like that if you wanted to do stuff.
Is there a fire suppression system, like sprinklers in the ceiling kind of thing, or?
That's pretty much throughout the entire building. So that's one of the things that Lodane's going to have to deal with if he does set off the fire alarm. But in terms of standard chemical cleaning apparatuses is basically what you can find in this room.
All right, Lordane, do your voodoo that
So-
you do.
So I assume we're walking down a corridor. I assume we're walking down a corridor. I assume we're walking down some sort of corridor to get to this room. So I'm just gonna open the janitor closet and go into the janitor closet. and sit
So
down in
the way that this is sort of described, there's no real hallway essentially.
Okay.
This is. Have you guys ever been in the back room of like an electronics store or something like that? You guys went through like a security cage, if you remember correctly. And in this back area, there's like there was a guard station, which was its own little container. Everywhere else is like basically just like rows and rows of boxes. And in the back corner, there is like like another room which you guys are about to go in, which is the cleaning station. So there's no corridor down here, but it's basically just like a sectioned off room in a bigger like warehouse.
Almost like a
room.
warehouse type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. So
So you may want to go into this room with us, especially if you're going to set off an alarm, because guards may come through here.
the other thing that's worth pointing out, last time you did, if I remember correctly, I did give you guys, you did get some, you did like a hack or something like that on the computer to find where things of value would be.
Yeah, we did steal some of.
I think you got one
Rescue
karma's worth
some
or
of
something
the
like that
things.
each of fake gold stuff in here.
random trinkets from boxes and stuff.
Yeah.
And Doc like took some teeth.
You took an arrowhead or
Yeah.
something like that, Hermes. I can't
Yeah.
remember. Yeah.
I don't think I actually took anything other than random loot stuff, but
Oh, if I
Doc
remember correctly, we'll give you one karma for that. So at the end of this, it'll be worth like.
yeah.
Yeah.
Assuming we don't piss off the fence, which we're gonna probably do.
Yeah, we're gonna steal it from again. I think maybe
All right. So where do you want to do the hacking in? Because you can do either side. You can go into the room or outside the room.
I'll go in with them, and then I'll just like ask the troll to like. I'll say to Mouse, "Can you guard me while I'm in,
Yeah,
please?"
on guard.
Oh God.
I'll plug into my cyber deck and start trying to find this fire
Okay,
alarm.
I'll keep walking.
All right. So the moment you guys enter the room, though, you all feel this presence, sort of like sitting on all of your shoulders. It's sort of like like you walk into a room and you know something's not right straight away. Like maybe if anyone's ever walked into a room where someone had just died or anything like that in real life, it's a little like that. Like you feel something just like eerie the moment you go into this room. So the spirit sort of like, it's one of those weird things where like it makes itself visible to everyone. And it's like the Mona Lisa in ways that you think it's looking at you every time that you like, if you walk, like for example, if you were to walk behind it, it would still be looking at you, and it would still be looking at the people on the other side of the room as well. And it kind of like looks like it's got like a form of like a man. It's got like a wispy sort of smoke tail coming out of its bottom half, so it's like it's underneath its abdomen is sort of missing legs and stuff like that, and it sort of trails down slowly and wispily into the actual amulet itself. So similar to how you'd imagine a genie coming out of a bottle or a lamp or something like that. It's very similar in that regard. Its head is like basically obscured by mist, and it has like a sort of like a fire, like a flame licking off its head, made out of shadow. Its eyes are like a bright white, and they are also like illuminated like flames, just sort of licking at the top of his head. It opens its mouth. The inside of its mouth is a bright white, and its sort of like lips are stitched together by shadow, and they sort of like peel apart as it talks and come back and merge back together as it pushes its two lips together. And it sort of just like looks at you all as you come in, and it says to each of you in your mind, like it doesn't say it out loud. You're not hearing it through your ears. You're just hearing like rumblings in your mind. I think who here has the most cyberware?
I've got Essence 5, so I've got some in me.
I think I have all of the essence. So, yeah, I don't have any cyberware.
Does anyone have any
What's that
essence lower than
What's that
3?
samurai at?
I have BioWare.
Yeah, what's your essence at right
What's
now?
your essence?
Essence.
It's at the top there.
The upper right.
Oh, I have 5.
Okay, everyone's fine.
4.
So all of you hear this. You've come.
That's right. We're here.
Oh. You guys can hear that too, huh?
Hear what?
Oh.
Do I hear this before?
shadow is talking.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah, this happened the moment you walked into the room, Ladane. Yeah, before you managed to
Yeah.
plug in.
I'm guessing that's why the bear spirit wants it back.
You speak of the bear.
You know the bear.
Aye. Everyone knows
Hermes,
the
he knows
bear.
your buddy.
So it seems.
He like sort of like comes a little closer to you, Hermes, and he makes a sound of him sniffing, like a. You reek of bear.
Among other things.
Throw that bear away.
Why?
If you free me and remove that stink, I can give you so much more.
Going to be hard. I'm kind of smelly. Also, I like the bear.
Kind of is a bit of an understatement.
What's in it? What's in it for you?
Nice. Solid question.
Are you asking the spirit what's in it for him if he gets freed?
Yeah, like what's in it for the spirit if he gets rid of the bear? And I mean, people don't just give out power for free.
It's an exchange, short one.
An exchange of what?
Power
This makes
for
no
power.
sense.
The bear is simply nothing.
Well, what? If you hook up with my buddy here, what do you get out of it?
Freedom.
Ah, see? Now what does freedom mean to you? Because if you link up with him, are you truly free?
I will be his mentor. I will show him the dark arts.
Hermes, I'd be careful with this one.
I mean, dark arts probably would work pretty well in the shadows.
You, troll.
Him?
I think he means you.
Oh, yes.
Why do you use machine?
Well, it's very effective.
He like goes like real close to you and he like lays like a shadowy hand on your chest, and
Nani?
And he Nani? Take a plot point for that. He looks at you and he's like, "You're also a suitable vessel."
Well, I'm not sure I understand what that means.
And you don't have no fucking bear taint on you.
I don't have any taint.
Yeah, so he pulls
It
back.
goes directly from balls to asshole under there?
True.
You poop on
Troll
your
anatomy is complicated.
man.
okay?
Pooping on your balls every time you go to the bathroom as a troll.
That's physically possible.
So he flies back into the room. He's like, "I can give you all what you seek if you free me from this."
What happens if we free you? You haven't said that. What happens if we free you for our gain? What do you get out of it besides this unambiguous freedom?
I think he wants our taints.
No, I don't think that's true.
Those spirits are very complicated.
Listen, I don't know much about this spirit, but he doesn't feel good.
I'd have to agree with you, my friend. Hey, Spirit, what say you we just shove you back in that amulet?
He ignores you and he goes over to Lodane and is like, "You seem to be troubled."
Aren't we all?
"You more than the most. I sense something in you. Hate? Maybe?"
Was it look like? Did you look like an oil stain or something?
Kind of like like dripping ink almost, but shadow. Like if he
Alright,
sticks his
well,
arm out,
make-
like shadow sort of drips off of him and stuff.
I'll make sure it doesn't touch me, just in case it gets like messes up my clothes.
Yeah. Perhaps I can be of benefit to you.
God, you're fucking desperate, aren't you?
I am. I've been stuck in this fucking amulet, tainted with the bear for years, centuries even.
What is it with you and taints?
His love of taints is pretty unbearable. Lurdane, you're the last one he's tried. Turn him down so we can seal him in the crystal and move.
Oh, am I? Oh yeah, sure. No thanks.
There you go, Mr. Dark Spirit. You've tested the limits of our forbearance and now are going back into the crystal.
Okay. All right. So, the last thing that he's going to do is he will go over to Firebelly.
No, don't even try. No.
And he reaches out and pushes his hand into your head. This is going to be a negotiation test here, basically.
Oh, Christ.
You can use any sort of will-based defense if you'd like. Now, give me an idea here. If a creature was to look into your mind and try and latch onto something vile, evil, what have you, about your character,
all of it. That's every. He is vile, like
But he's
personified.
not evil. He's
No.
He's vile though.
disgusting. He's disgusting. That's not the same as vile, though.
He eats a rat.
For
Oh, right.
amusement.
Regularly.
He's
For
not an
entertainment.
evil character.
I vomit it back up and it's still alive.
A little
I don't
singed,
kill it.
but fine.
What would he find in your mind? Like
Probably like a deep dark secret thing.
like a shame, like a want, a need, anything like that.
Sure. I am. Yeah. Sorry. I just got a fresh beverage dropped off. I had to. Get it up. I would say that even though he has been around circuses all his life, he is terrified of clowns.
That's not really an evil though.
Well, it's not
Evil clowns. He once murdered a clown.
All right, let's say this. All right, what is something evil that Firebelly has done?
Or something like more like something that if he was to offer you something, you would consider.
If he wants, oh, okay, so like a temptation.
Yeah, like an evil temptation. Do you have anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, I would probably say it would have to do with something with fame, gaining fame, by forsaking those closest to me somehow.
So you've maybe you've thrown family under the proverbial bus in order to take one step closer to being famous.
I like to imagine that when you were a young man, you actually had a sibling, maybe a cousin.
I was gonna say like a family.
With.
Yeah, like I did a show with him and he wasn't quite cutting it, and like sort of like behind his back, I said to the I said to Field Master Fuddpucker, I'm like, this guy, he's not working out. I think I could do much better on my own. So Fuddpucker throws him out of the circus, and now like he's destitute or something like that.
I like the idea that you were on the way to another thing, and he literally, figuratively, and emotionally threw him out of the circus when it was moving.
Yeah.
On the side of the road in Nevada somewhere.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So, we get like a flashback moment of you like making these decisions, and the shadow is with you, like hovering over your shoulder at these moments. And he's just sort of like got like a joyful smile on his face. And the further we go down into your past, we see like moments in the future as well, like stuff you've never seen before of you being like a ringmaster yourself, and you're in the middle of the ring. The light's pouring down on you from a focus light, and basically everyone is taking photos, like flash photography is going off everywhere, and you're just sort of like bowing or accepting cheers as roses being thrown at you. And the shadow puts his hands on both of your shoulders and whispers into your ears like, "We can make this happen."
How exactly would you make this happen?
With me, anything is possible.
But why? What do you get out of it? Am I signing my soul away? Like some devil?
No, you are simply going to be my vessel. I've been trapped within this amulet for God knows how long, unmoving, sitting in a glass case, going from place to place, not being able to interact, move, or touch, influence the world.
What makes you want to influence the world so much?
It's what I do. man. I am man.
Are you? Who are you, really?
I am everything man wants to be. Everything man is. Everything man could be. The potential.
How do I make a roll to resist this?
So, this is going to be
Just willpower?
so this is going to be this is going to be a opposition. So, do you have anything in willpower, defense wise?
Fuck no.
Okay, so this is going to be untrained. So you can just use willpower.
Yeah. So that's 3 die. What do we roll in this game again? Is it D10?
It's D6s. So
D6.
yeah. With a and you need a 4. You need a 5 or a 6 in order to get a hit.
That's right. Yeah.
And remember, you can use an edge before you roll to count, get an extra dice, and have 4, 5, and 6 count.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can use an edge after you roll to re-roll any
Reroll.
device.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use an edge now
Mm-hmm.
to get 4d6
Mm-hmm.
and have 4, 5, and 6 count.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 4, 5, and 6.
Okay, so you got 3 successes.
Yep.
One second here. I need to look at the skills.
Just as a note, during all of this, I'm moving towards the necklace. As the
Yeah, so this is probably happening within like you got maybe like 10, 15 seconds. Like
yeah,
a lot of this is like
I'm letting you know, like as soon as I said, let's put them back in the necklace,
mm-hmm.
I started moving towards the necklace.
Mm-hmm.
Just for positioning when inevitably Firebelly betrays us and tries to murder us with fire.
I got 3 successes.
You
did pretty
did.
good.
I don't believe that unless Henley rolls incredibly poorly, that's going to be enough.
Yeah,
True.
I'm just trying to look up which one this is connected to. I can't remember where the skills
There is
were.
a spirit of man.
I know, but where's the skills? What page is that on?
69, I think.
32.
Oh, that was close.
You were real close.
That was close.
All right,
Real close.
let's see. Is it charisma? And it is charisma. Okay, cool.
Holy shit. Spirit of man has an incredibly high charm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's very charming.
Yeah, it's actually all of the spirits do.
I mean, that's probably says something about how they operate,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you want some of that endless power? You just got to sign here.
And I'm assuming this is a greater spirit, which means I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to tell. It's 8.
Yeah. It's actually higher than 8.
Just a base greater spirit of man. I don't know what you're doing. I'm just saying a base spirit of man. 8.
Just trying to find that page for it again.
What are you looking for?
The spirit page. I found it.
130.
I got it. I got it.
I'm just trying to help, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
I believe in you, Firebelly. Don't betray us.
I mean,
Do
he's
my
not
best.
necessarily going to betray us. He may just become the vessel of a spirit.
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of like
Oh,
how
just become
Bear
famous.
is, like a, how Bear sort of focuses you in one way. The spirit of man is not exactly a bad spirit, right? There is no bad spirits in Shadowrun. It's just sort of like,
Different focus.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, it beat you. It's a pretty good offer, tantalizing, in fact. You still can say no. I'm not gonna like. It's not gonna be like whatever. You still have a choice needs to be made. Essentially, like the vessel needs to agree, kind of like how Hermes agreed to have the bear be a part of his life. You need to agree to allow the spirit of man to be a part of your life.
Well, then, what was the point of the roll then? If I can just say no.
Well, it really depends. Like, to help you. Like, that's the thing with being a PC. Charming is generally like a hammer that works on NPCs. But as a PC, you have the inherent ability to, make a conscious decision. If you wanted the dice to sort of help you influence your character, that's how that gets made, right? So
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like because of the way the dice went, I should let him in.
All right. So what does that look like?
Because I wasn't. I mean, I don't really know. I mean, because I don't know. I've never been possessed before.
It's not a possession. It's definitely not a possession. It's more of and especially since you don't have the since you're not what's it called, awakened, or is it emerged? No, it's awakened. Since you're not awakened, you can't like use the spirit in combat or anything like that. This is more like a guiding entity or like a guardian angel, essentially.
So in this vision of the future, I kind of turn and look at the spirit and say, "All right, you." And I kind of open up my jacket a little bit. I said, "You see this pocket right next to the rat? You live in this pocket now. This is your new amulet."
Your mind is my amulet.
Well, that's fine, but in my own mind, I'll imagine you living in this pocket because having you in my brain is still a little terrifying to me. It'll be our little secret. It's fine.
Very well. Just shatter the amulet's crystal, and we can make this happen.
Yeah.
Not a problem.
That's the problem part.
So you snap back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity.
There goes gravity. Yeah.
As everyone flies to the roof, except for you. Not really. Hermes, you're slowly making your way over, being the sloth that you are. But Firebelly, you come back. The spirit pulls its hand out of your forehead, and he sort of like hovers back over the crystal.
Right. So I see Hermes going to the crystal, and I do a little duck maneuver between his legs, and as I do, I go coochie coochie, and like reach up and tickle his taint to distract him, and I try to smash the amulet with one of my swords.
Okay. Now, in this particular instance, I think what we'll do is if you would like to have this happen, you can, Hermes. Otherwise, if you don't want it to happen, we can roll initiative and see what happens.
I don't want it to happen.
Here's the thing. It's going to happen regardless because you have a flaw that makes you work last on every instance.
Yeah, unless I use a plot point, which I'm willing to do to make me get to the crystal before he snaps back to reality and have it in my hand.
Interesting. However,
I suppose then he has to sell him on break the crystal.
But also,
rather than just
if you want to like make that sort of, I'm willing to allow that to happen, right? The plot point to be spent to make that happen. However, if it does come down to turn order, you're still going to go last on whatever happens, because that is your flaw, unfortunately.
And what happens? Can I spend a plot point to counteract his plot point? Like, how does that work?
So basically, what he's spending the plot point on is being able to get to the amulet before you come back from your vision of the spirit of man, telling you about what you could accomplish together. So if you would have, ideally, what's going to happen there is initiative will be rolled, and
I'm not saying I'm gonna do that. I'm just curious because it's like, oh, I spent a plot point. Well, I fucking spent a plot point too.
that's kind
Like,
of inherently the bad thing about this game, right? In a lot of
Right.
ways,
I spend a plot point.
Yeah.
You get to the point where like once it comes down to like, ideally, the way I would do it is if it comes down to players like competing against other players, at some point you need to take the plot points out of it. You know what I mean? In order to make it like
it almost seems like if someone declares they're going to spend a plot point, it would have to go a full turn before someone else could. Because I'm not saying I don't want to negate his plot point with one of mine.
Well, I mean, that's why I wanted to use my plot point specifically. Because here's the thing. I think that we should roll initiative. I think that's how it's going to, like, I think that's how this works.
Yeah.
If you want to attack me, well, specifically, you're going to be doing a called shot against the amulet in my hand.
Yeah. Almost like a grapple or something.
Whatever.
Get it.
We should have that combat, and I don't think we should be able to use plot points in combat between us, or if we were doing, like, opposing checks.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
What I'm trying to do is essentially use a plot point to move fast. Because, as you said, when I walked in the room, the bear spirit is pushing me to go. Get the amulet.
True.
So, storyline wise, as soon as the decision was made that I was not going to be dealing with this spirit, that we weren't going to be dealing with this spirit, you know, I felt the voice of the bear spirit like in my brain, get the amulet. So that's where I'm using the plot point, not to negate the fact that he's still going to try to break it, but simply to change the nature of now he has to choose between attacking me to break it or something else, you know.
Yeah, and I just want to make clear, I'm not trying to like fuck shit up here. I'm going by the roll of the dice. You know?
Yeah. Makes perfect sense. Like I said, I'm just using a plot point to change the narrative of what happened whilst you were unconscious, because I feel that works better with what my character.
All right.
For
what would you like? What would you guys like to do? Do you want to roll initiative and see what happens?
Yeah.
I mean, if his plan is to attack me, then yes, you roll initiative.
Well, yeah, my plan is to get the amulet and break it, not necessarily attack. Like, I'm not attempting to injure Hermes in any way. I'm attempting to remove the amulet from his possession and break it to release.
So what was just give me a reminder here, fellas. What was the idea for what you were going to use the amulet for? Because the goal of the fence was that you'd sell it to him.
We were going to sell it to the fence and then steal it back off him and give it to the bear.
So my mission was, the bear told me, come get the amulet, take it out of this museum, because it doesn't belong in the museum. Then our good friend Merc went to the fence to find out where it was, and then agreed to sell it to the fence. So I think the battle plan to not get Merc his knees broken immediately was sell it to the fence and then steal it from whoever the fence sells it to, and then give it to the bear. But all of that relied on us actually having the amulet, and that is the only way we were making money on this deal.
Right.
Okay. So let's get some initiative then.
It's through cards, right?
No, that's
the other thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Initiative is, there's a dice roll here. So if you look at your sheet there.
It actually says initiative. Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. That's it. Yeah.
Now, what's the deal with everyone else?
It's a good roll. Not
is
that
higher better?
Because I would have gone left. Higher is better.
Higher is better.
But you rolled 5, 5, 3, 6, 3, 5, 5, 5.
Yeah.
If only you could have rolled that on your resist the demon.
I know, right?
You call it a demon. I call it a spirit.
You call it whatever you want to call it. It's still wrong.
So I'm probably just gonna lean over to Ladane and be like, maybe we should have just let you do the talking.
So, Mouse, Ladane, would you like to join the initiative? Is there anything that you guys wish to accomplish, or yeah, you're gonna let the squabble happen?
Yeah, I'm watching this play out. I mean, we've seen the spirit reached into his head, and now he's like, actually, yeah, let's work together.
Sure, I'll join the initiative.
Yeah.
I do have a question. How much of their conversation did we hear, if any?
Well, that's the thing. It was sort of like a projected, like he wanted to see what he wanted, right? That's sort of the whole scope of him putting his hand in his head. The actual conversation about accepting what happened wasn't inside of his head, but like anyone could have heard that, but in his mind's eye, that's what he saw when they were having that conversation.
I was just curious because if we hadn't have heard anything, then all we saw was a hand go into his head, and now he's running towards me.
Mm-hmm.
If we had heard something, then we know.
Yeah, a deal
destroy
was struck. Basically, is what you heard. Yeah.
So I mean, you two just heard. Yeah, I'll go destroy the amulet. I mean, not that I'm trying to muster support because the guy with swords is running at me.
Mm-hmm.
But he is trying to destroy our payday.
Well, that's the other thing too. Like, one of the things that you as a spirit user understand is that spirits guide people in a lot of ways. Whether or not you believe that to be, the guiding principle of all life is up to you. But
Oh, I got nothing against this spirit. I should make it very clear. I don't have anything against this spirit. But the spirit that I chose to be my mentor told me to get this amulet.
Mm-hmm.
And now somebody's trying to destroy that amulet. That is a bit of a problem for me.
Yeah. So, Ladane, you want to roll initiative?
I'm muted. Yes, please. How do I do this?
There's a button for it under memory and perception.
There's underneath your armor and stuff.
Oh no, I meant on the turn order. I didn't know if I needed.
No, I'm adding people manually. So. 28.
28.
Okay.
Wow.
Above the spirit, below everyone else. All right, so Firebelly, you're up.
I already rolled a 37.
I know. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm up.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to try to non-lethally.
You're just gonna like put the hilt of the katana into the glass gem that makes up the middle of the amulet?
No, I'm gonna try to grab it out of his hand and then smash it on the floor.
Okay, cool. I like it. So, I guess in the eyes of what's happening here, he's not drawing weapons. He's just attempting to grab the amulet out of your hand.
Right, yeah. I'm not like being super threatening yet.
Yet. Okay. Cool. So I guess if I had to, I guess grappling in this is like, do you have
Is it like a base, just like a strength roll, or?
That's the thing. I'm pretty sure
Like
it's.
strength
I'm pretty sure
versus
it's
strength?
just. I'm pretty sure it's close combat versus defense, and
Yeah,
you
it
just
would
say
be
what you
close
want
combat.
out of it, right?
All right, so but I would need to not use my modifier.
Let me
because I'm not
just
using my sword.
real quickly look this up. Grapple. Maybe attack. Attack limits vehicles. It doesn't really say, so I'm just gonna say it's just defense versus close combat. So make sure you've got your agility as your close combat.
Yeah, it's agility, but now I need to take off my +4 mod though, right?
The +4 mod is what from the katanas?
For specializing in swords.
Yeah, sure. You would need to if you're using your hands. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna just take that to 0 real quick. All right.
Go ahead. All right.
Jesus.
Do you have edge? Do you want to re-roll any of those?
Yeah, I'm gonna use my last edge.
Okay, so
I'm
you
gonna
can re-roll 5 of them. So
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll 5. So 5d6, go.
that's
So
2. All
2
right,
successes.
2 successes. Hermes, let's get a defense roll for me, my man.
Right. Well, if we're throwing edge away at the beginning of the session, fighting each
Hey.
other, I also will use an edge. 1. Well, that's 0. No mock. Don't do this. Okay, that's 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah. So you attempt to grab it out of his hands, and like you grab it, right? And you try and pull, but Hermes is just like too strong.
Considerably larger than you with
Yeah.
big hands.
Oh,
No. Yeah.
Just let it go. You've got a spirit. Let me have a spirit. What's the big deal? We can get money somewhere else.
fire belly. Please. The bear told me to take this. And we all get paid.
We'll get paid. There'll be other jobs. Don't.
But this is the job you agreed to do.
But sometimes things change, right?
Wouldn't be Shadowrun if they didn't change. It's true.
Firebelly, I have to defend this amulet. You know that.
I have to break it.
But you don't have to break it right now.
Well, that's interesting. A spirit.
What are you planning?
Can you hang out there in that beautiful there amulet just a little bit longer? I mean, it's been thousands of years or whatever. What's a few more hours?
What are you planning?
Well, fucking sell it, then break it.
Correction. We'll sell it, steal it, deliver it to where the bear is. I'll leave, then you're a free man, Firebelly. I can't control what you do.
I like it.
So
What do I do while all this is happening?
the spirit of man is going to hover, and it's like you guys are blue balling a spirit right now, essentially.
He's got like that 1,000-year blue ball too, so it's like a dark purple.
Yeah, it's like a crimson now, he this is probably his best chance to get this to happen after seeing like that little event happen. I have your word, Bear, that you won't interrupt my new friend.
You have my word that I will do the things that I just said.
Swear to me on the bear.
I swear on the bear that I will take this amulet, sell it to a fence, steal it back, and then deliver it where the bear spirit wants, then wash my hands of the situation.
Fine. He carries the amulet.
I'm going to step forward and go, no, I'll carry the amulet.
Aye, neutral party and all that, right?
I'll carry the amulet.
I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus.
Why
Share the load.
everybody want to carry the amulet?
It's the hip new thing.
Oh, I don't ever understand what the kids are about these days.
Yeah.
You and me both.
Okay, so if that's what you want to do, it's fine. He will, you pick up the amulet, Glodane.
Yep.
It.
Well, I would have to hand it to him, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's heavy, and as someone who's not a spirit user, you probably have a hard time keeping it. It kind of feels like a little bit like when you touch like a pole, and you don't know whether it's super cold or super hot.
Henley,
Yeah.
do I see the broken piece of crystal or glass around the table where they were repairing?
No, the amulet's always been broken.
Oh, it's always been cracked?
It's always been cracked. Yeah.
Okay.
They were trying to repair it, and that's what sort of woke it, if that makes any sense. So it's a very old fracture, and they were trying to like make it pristine, essentially. So there's not like a missing piece or whatever, it's just how the amulet is. So it's just sort of like heavy, and it's also just sort of like warm or cold. You can't really decide. Somewhere in the middle. It's sort of like overriding your senses a little bit.
Okay.
And with that, you guys have your amulet.
Huzzah!
All right. Well, let's get out of here before they notice.
All right. And with that, I think we'll take our first break. You guys leave the museum, no problem, sneaking out the way you snuck in. No one's none the wiser. It just looks like a group of men went into the male restroom for
Fun times.
fun times, yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like, as you're leaving, maybe like we get like a little, the camera lingers, right? So you guys all paid, okay? You all paid, lingered around a little bit. The camera shows you all eventually single file going to the male bathroom, right? Or at least the area with the bathroom. And then like 15 minutes later, you all come out of the bathroom together and leave. Right?
As we walk out, like I adjust my robe a little bit.
Yeah. So we get like a guy who's sitting at the front desk, and he's like, "Thank you for your patronage." Then he takes out his phone and he like texts his friend. Is just like, "I think my workplace is used for casual gay sex now."
Oh,
You think?
oh, no,
I
I'm
think
gonna,
you know.
I'm gonna make it official. I'm gonna make an official dogging place.
The worst thing ever. Come for the gold. Stay for the gold. Yeah.
Visit for the gold, come for the bear.
Yeah. Damn, Fook is just on a roll today. 2 gifts already. Unbelievable.
Nice.
Dang.
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 So
We're just giving out the cock.
hell. So yeah, what's the plan here, guys? Were you wanting to get smuggled back with the snuggle truck?
Yeah, I would imagine we would go find the traveling carnival again, and I don't know. This time, Lurdane, did you want to be in the elephant with us, or are you gonna try just being out and about again?
Hang on. There's one thing I'd like us to do, if you don't mind, or a couple of us to do.
Sure. What is it?
I've got these 2 addresses.
Okay.
What?
I mean, are you gonna
what
break
side
from
of-
the party to go murder random people?
What's the side of the border they live on?
Oh, you mean which side do they live on? It's probably the United Canadian American state.
So the others.
Alright. I'll just wait till I'm on the other side, then figure something out.
Yeah, because they weren't Native American, if that's what you're asking. They were, in fact, Caucasian. Yeah, are you gonna tag a ride back?
Yes, in the elephant.
Okay, so basically what's gonna happen is they have a show to do over here, and you guys fucking around over here wasn't enough time for them to get back. So unless you want to wait, you could find other means.
I mean, there would be no one stopping us leaving, right?
Aside from the fact that you don't have the correct
I don't have a
passport.
sin.
Yeah, no one has sins. The only person who has sin is James. Sorry.
Yeah, but
Loden.
would they be checking us on the way out as well?
Yeah, you're
Every
going.
time you cross the border.
You're crossing into another country, so.
So we either need to sneak over the border somewhere, find somebody else to smuggle us in, or just wait for these guys.
Yeah, it'd probably be maybe 3 or 4 days over here because they do like shows in 3 or 4 day blocks. So.
What happens if we rented a helicopter, went on a helicopter ride, and then?
Do you have enough money to rent a helicopter? You could steal a helicopter.
Well, you said I'm stupidly famous now, so yes.
Wait, how did we get to that point? Can you remind me? Because I know that was the thing that happened.
That's why I ended up getting nearly raped by the 2 guards.
Yes. Okay. That's right. Yeah, because I gave you an offer, right? Where yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You basically gave him a compel.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, are you going to be using your fame to get free helicopter rides across an international border? Is that what you're trying to do? Because I'll give you bonus dice on, a roll that you make, but it's not going to be like I'm free. I'm famous. Let me sneak across the border. If anything,
I won't be saying sneaking across the border. I got to at some point use the 2 skills, negotiation, con, that I brought.
Yep.
At stupidly high
So,
level.
so that's you can definitely. I'll give you bonus dice on those. Whatever you want to use them on those, like anything that you want to use your fame to convince someone to do something. The problem is that you've got, I guess, 4 other party members because we're going to include Merc in this as well because he's with you guys, just not with you. He's not here in mind and spirit.
he could wait 4 days and come across with the jugglers.
Yeah, I can just imagine that. Oh, hi, Prylor. Yeah, no, you're still in.
Yeah, we didn't know what you wanted to do, so we just
left you there. You're still there. You're still waiting in the bathroom.
You're in the back room at the museum.
Yeah,
sorry.
he's in the stall with the glory hole, just waiting.
You work there now.
Yeah. So basically, the way it's going to come down to it, you got to convince someone that you're famous enough for them to essentially fly you over, because private airfields still have, you know, it's a lot looser, I will say that, but they still have, border control. So it's less like public, less dealing with like the idea that maybe someone in public might notice you, but you know, you can call up in advance and say, hey, I'm bringing my retinue of my entourage, I guess would be the better word there, and I'd like to charter a flight to, wherever you need to go, and see how it goes from there. But the act of chartering the flight is expensive, so you have to convince someone to allow you to do that. Then you'll have to convince them to let you do it without sins. That's the other thing. Like flights to other countries is very hard to do in Shadowrun if you don't have a sin. But yes, you can do it. This is the sort of game where all of that can be sort of hand-waved if you come up with a good enough idea. Imagination is key. But yes, that's one idea that you guys can look into.
I mean, we really just need to get close to a helicopter. I can fly us.
That's the other thing. Like, you can just essentially weasel your way in and then fly over. I don't know how you would deal, like where you'd land it, but you would need some sort of
land. You just jump out.
Last time we played Shadowrun where they jumped off a thing, someone put their kneecaps through their chest, so...
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Did that take a week to work out?
Did it take a week to work out? No, it didn't. They did it within like 3 hours.
I think he was making reference to Shadowrun having a lot of different rule sets to work out.
No, we played Shadowrun Anarchy on Fan Party, and they managed to sneak into a base by pretending to be employees there, and they made a lady jump off a building without a parachute.
Nice.
Yeah.
So are
We got
we?
some fucked up fans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, are we stealing a helicopter, chartering a helicopter, or you're muted, Doc, or waiting for the circus?
I gotta say, stealing a helicopter is very Shadowrun.
It is very Shadowrun, yeah. And the other thing is too, if you wait, which is the safest bet, right? Like you'll just get across if you wait. The shadow of man will get, spirit of man will get very agitated.
Anxious.
Yeah, anxious, agitated, however you want to look at it. So
We do have someone that can fly it, though, right?
I believe Doc can fly that, right?
I can.
Oh,
can.
mouse?
Yeah,
nice.
I,
You fly
I
it.
have piloting. Yes, I can fly.
Helicopters move slow.
Comparatively, yes, to every other plane.
Bits of them, yeah.
Okay,
Bits of them.
as long as we're not going too fast.
It'll be fine.
Usually the up is quite slow and the forwards is quite slow. Sometimes the down can be a little sudden.
Oh, can we make that part slow too?
Just say yes.
Yes,
Yay!
I'll do my best.
I believe in you, Mouse.
So let's take a look at the at what is available in terms of like.
Hang on.
Okay.
So I'm gonna slip Mouse some money and go fast.
Do you even have money? Are you gonna give him a karma? Is that what you're saying? Because karma is money, man.
I'm assuming he's giving me like 20 new yen or something. Like,
20 new yen, not even a cup of coffee. He's giving you the change in his pocket.
Can I give him karma?
I mean, if you want to give
technically
him
you
a
can.
sizable amount, then absolutely.
You could probably just offer to buy drinks, which you do anyway.
Yeah, you could just actually buy me a cup of coffee and be like, just here. And oh, okay.
Sure, I'll find a coffee stand or a decent, like, I don't know, a
Soy calf.
Star Sawyer calf.
Star soy. Black soy. Yeah.
You know, I don't know what I'd order because they don't. I think we only.
Oh, we've got a Christmas special going on right now.
Please, holiday special.
No, it's culturally insensitive in Shadowrun. This is a Christian part. This is a Christian stream.
I'm a Christian orc.
Yes, the American Indians were known for being the
Christians,
devout Christians.
Very, very, very.
How
Well, I mean,
would you like to try pox blanket drink?
whoa, whoa,
Wow.
whoa.
We
Whoa.
give thanks that Americans took our land from us.
They don't give thanks for that. That's not at all accurate.
Look, things are different in the future. Okay?
Yeah. Yes, if you think about it, they took away all of the irradiated land, and our people prospered without that land. The Americans did not, though. No, not really.
Wow.
Not really at
Well,
all.
hint, casual racism going on here.
Mhm.
Just some good old casual racism from the European.
It's a bit like casual heroin.
No, it's nothing like casual heroin.
Daily, it's casual.
Heroin is pretty casual.
I come from a country where we tried to breed out the natives, so as far as I'm concerned, we're right up there with you guys, so don't worry about it.
I mean,
You literally fucked them.
here's the deal.
We fucked them till they were white. Like
Genocide via disease, genocide via boning.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I don't know, they're both equally bad, and we shouldn't make jokes about them. Hashtag sorry.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Okay, what am I looking for here? Oh, I'm looking for Surge Book. There we go. I'm trying to find the...
You're looking for a helicopter, please. Crazy enough to rent a helicopter to a kawaii troll,
Yeah.
a fucking orc sloth, whatever the fuck Firebelly is.
He is a...
I think they're called humans.
I think they're called
I think he's
dwarves.
a dwarf.
He's a dwarf, yeah.
I can't really tell. They all look the same.
Boo! More casual racism.
You're a dwarf. You can't be racist if you're not a person.
It's true. Okay, so the Suic sector does not have an airport in it, I don't believe. The closest is the PCC sector, but that's in another country. Yeah, no, there's you could probably find, like, you'd have to go to like the city center of the Suic center and actually find like to get a helicopter, you would have to find like a channel, like a news channel, or like some sort of like media outlet, or maybe even like a philanthropist, like maybe someone who has a lot of money or something like that. So there's nothing like, there's no private airfields or nothing like that here that I can see.
What about? Yeah, but what about like rooftops? You know, building.
That's what I'm
rooftops?
saying. Like, you would have to find like a media outlet, or like a hospital, or like something, or maybe even a fire station. Like, those are the sorts of places that you would have to find them. So
I'm gonna look at Mouse and go. I've got an idea.
I'm gonna hate myself for this, but wouldn't casinos also have helicopter pads?
that's a good point. They would. I don't know if they have any in the Civic Center though. I don't know if they embrace that.
I've got an idea, Mouse.
We could say there is though.
Is it a good idea? It sounds like a good
Possibly
idea so far.
Possibly not a good idea. What happens if you know, remote control a vehicle and cause a massive accident and an air ambulance have to come in, and then we just steal the air ambulance and fuck off?
I mean, they're still subject to border control at that point.
Air ambulance.
Oh, geez, you would have to make a fucking pretty big, like, your best bet would probably be to go to like a national park, and maybe try and call
somewhere
in.
away from the roads.
Yeah, like
cause
you'd
a
have
huge disaster.
you would have to like maybe call in something like that, or maybe even start a forest fire, right? Like, you would have to do something that's away from publicly accessible areas if you wanted to have airplanes show up.
I mean,
or we find
could...
someone with like a high enough Doc Ragon level that the helicopter, we shoot them and then.
Are we getting in? Is this going to turn into an assassination now as well?
Okay, so theoretically speaking, the easiest way, I'm going to just help you guys out here. The easiest way you can find a helicopter, someone rich, casino, media, emergency services at the actual emergency services base. They're all great places to start looking. Causing a massive state level disaster in order to get an emergency vehicle to show up is like, that's some GTA shit.
Party.
That's like fucking just go to the spray center after you're done and get rid of your stars.
But wouldn't it be? But wouldn't it be really cool? I mean, it'd look epic, wouldn't it? It'd be epic.
I need to remind you have a distaste for violence right now, James.
True. Yeah.
Third Dane, didn't your last single go like triple soy platinum?
Triple chrome platinum would how it would be, actually.
Triple chrome soy.
It's so chrome it becomes a fucking like its own metal. It's alloy.
Possibly, yes.
I mean, you're just hearing about that now, right? You've been sort of media res, right? So
yeah, my I guess my main phone's been off, so my manager's probably like phoning.
Yeah, blowing you up pretty hard to take advantage of it, but you're off stealing a bear amulet.
I'm gonna turn my main phone on. Actually, I've got an idea. I'm gonna wait for my manager to phone me.
Maybe offer to do a private show for someone with a helicopter.
I'm gonna take my hat off and go, this is what happens when people want a fucking private show. They fucking take advantage.
Yeah, he's got like a little piece of his hair missing at the front.
Two bits.
Oh, yeah.
I like the new do, but that doesn't help us. So this time you'll have Mouse and Firebelly and me.
Okay, hold up. Sorry, I was looking at the map a little more, and I take it back. There is a private air park that you can go to. It's called...
Well, never mind all of those things that I was painstakingly slowly saying. Let's just go to the private air park and steal a fucking plane.
Sorry. I'm
gonna phone my manager.
Yeah, no, you don't have to. Like, you go to turn on the phone to call him, and he's calling you. It's like, but like, you know how you get like, you turn on your phone after you come out of the shower or something like that, and it goes with messages, sort of like that. Except like, what is your message tone? Out of curiosity.
It's definitely a ringtone of his own fucking songs. Like 100%. The only sound he will listen to is himself singing.
And it's
not even his band. It's literally an acoustic version of him singing.
Yeah, I like the idea that also that it could have been like either that or a cash register opening sound effect.
Oh, I thought it was "Toxic" by Britney Spears.
But it's his version of Toxic.
It's his cover of Toxic.
Yeah,
it's his cover.
Oh god, no! I wouldn't dare play something so fucking old. Jesus Christ!
But it's so old, it's now classic.
Yeah, it's like Beethoven style, you know.
And
like,
it's actually so old, nobody recognizes it, and they think that it's a song that you created.
You're
I mean,
bringing sexy back.
I reckon I've got a song called Silence, and it's literally like 3 minutes of nothing.
That's
So
actually
your phone just vibrates
Three-
even though the sound is on.
that's actually a song that already exists.
Yeah, I like the idea that it's just 3 minutes of you tuning your guitar and it's gone platinum. You know, like dong 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 dong.
So anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Oh god,
Hold on, there's a chat quote for that.
there it is. I'm sure if Farrell's paying attention, she's whipping it up right now. Anyway, so yeah, you turn on your phone. What was your manager's name? Did we ever come up with that? Did you write that down?
Manager is Paula Halls.
Oh, that's right. I remember. Yeah, it's like, okay, your message goes like at first you get like a slew of like missed calls, and text messages and emails, and then your phone instantly rings. Like you're about to start checking it and it starts ringing.
Caller ID, I guess.
Yeah, no, it's Paula.
Hello.
Honey, where have you been?
Yes, washed out. Yep. Oh, I've been taking a sabbatical.
Shut up. Listen.
Oh.
You've gone big, honey. It's happened finally.
Oh.
Yeah. And you've got a lot of requests. Basically, your latest album, Silence of the Sheets.
Sheets. What the fuck? Yeah, cool.
Yeah, it got picked up by some, I don't know, Euthalian pop group, and they made a cover of it, and now you're bigger than them, and they were massive, honey. They were massive.
Okay.
Listen, we have to take advantage of this. Where are you right now?
Oh, I'm in the Souks Nation.
What? Why are you over there?
Oh, as I said, I'm having a sabbatical.
From what?
You know, the noise.
The noise.
I'm writing my new album, you see, or some songs, and I needed the piece.
Yes, my voice is Dr. Girlfriend. Yes, good call. Yeah, all right, fine. Listen, we need to get you back into the United Canadian sector.
Oh, okay. I'm sure you can make some arrangements for me then.
Yeah, no, you could just, I'll get a car to you. You can go through the border. That'll be the quickest way.
Oh, no. I'd like to arrive in style, please.
I mean, honey, you're big now, but you don't have money, if that's what you're asking.
Oh, I was hoping that you could possibly...
We actually got it worked for you to make money. No one's
Oh,
buying
was
your
it?
shit. It's all being downloaded off iTunes for free, and then some guy released it over, like, hang on, what's this called? The torrent site? Yeah. So you're big, but yeah, no one's buying anything of yours.
Oh, they will do, though, won't they? That's the thing.
When was the last
People-
time you purchased a record, honey?
Of my album?
No,
yesterday.
of someone else's album, obviously.
Oh, never.
Exactly. Surge
Well-
is the there's actually a name for it real quick. It actually stands for something in Shadowrun. It stands for sudden unexplained recessive genetic expression. Basically, it's the
It turned into elves, bitches.
yeah, it's when metahumans turn into animals. So that's what that means. Yeah.
We turned into bears, bitches.
Yeah. So listen, I'll get you a car. We'll get you back here. It'll be fine. We can put you on a talk show. You can talk about how humble it is to be noticed finally. We can put you in one of the playing, like, what's the talk show? We'll put you on there. We'll give you a chance to play a single. You know, maybe get you some movie deals, that sort of thing.
All right.
You're gonna be a
Yeah.
triple threat, honey. Don't worry about it. We'll deal with it.
Yeah, I know. I really want to come over in a helicopter.
And where do you think I'm gonna get that money from?
Well, I'm sure an IOU note would be good. Come on, think about it. Think about the money that we're going to make.
You said you were in Souks, yes?
Yeah, I need it. I need it so obviously myself and no questions asked.
Are you doing something illegal over there with like horse blood or something?
No.
Is this a gay thing?
Look, I've lost my sin, alright? I need to get a new one and I'm stuck here until I get it.
What the fuck are you been doing?
Hey, Lurdane.
Okay, listen. Here's something I can do for you then.
You talking
I'm gonna
to?
put my hand on his fucking mouth.
There is I happen to know there's a very rich individual. He owns a couple of casinos in the Soic Center. It's fine. Listen, he's a bit of an eccentric man. He's probably going to want you to, play in his casino or something along those lines, probably.
Okay, yeah, that'd be fine. That'll
Sue.
get us cover.
Sue.
Listen, honey, if I knew how to talk properly, I wouldn't be playing this game, okay?
Fair enough.
Listen.
Sure. What's his name?
Native American name generator. Let's take a look. Oh, this
Riding
is
Whirlybird.
good.
Sky, fly.
His name is Mazza Dakota.
Ah, hang on. Shit, it's gone over here. How do you spell it?
M A
I'm dyslexic in real life, so
Mazza. M-A-Z-A
M-A-
Dakota.
Okay, I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not, but hey.
As long as you've got the phonetic spelling, it doesn't matter. All right, I'll get something set up. Are you able to get to his casino? It's called the Righteous Native.
Sure, we'll head over there now.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and I would be careful about the type of stuff he would offer you.
Okay.
And I know you.
Thanks.
I know you like to partake in party favors, and well, let's just say there's a reason why he would probably hire you.
All right. I'll be careful.
All right, get back here quickly. Then we can make some real money. And you can stop running around in the sewers like you do at the moment.
Sewers? I'm on a spiritual journey.
No, not sewers. Suey. God damn it.
All right, turtles. Boop.
That was a terrible joke. I'm embarrassed.
Heroes in a half shell.
So, what's the plan, fellas?
So I thought. So as far as I know, we're blowing up a building and then stealing an ambulance, right?
No, plans have changed. I'm going to turn my phone off.
You turn it off again. Your Google alerts are going off for your name because you're that type of person.
So we need to head over to. Oh god, I've instantly forgotten the fucking name of the casino.
Righteous Native.
Righteous Native.
Righteous Native.
Righteous Native.
It's Righteous Native.
Right. Cool.
So you make your way over there. So the Righteous Native is basically downtown Zurich, and it's it's basically on the strip. I imagine there's a strip. Let's just say there's a strip. It's basically it's around the border, because the further you get into the Zurich nation, the more natural it becomes. But around the border where it's all touristy and stuff like that, there is strips of casinos and basically the debauchery happens in this area. So. But yeah, there's a couple of big casinos in here. The Righteous Native is probably one, maybe the third largest in the region. Yeah, you go in. This is a no weapon zone, so weapons have to be left at the door, that sort of stuff. In fact, a lot of people that come to this casino actually don't have weapons, so. Also, as you arrive, Eugene, you feel yourself enter a spirit bubble, essentially, which is to say that this area is highly security. There's a lot of spirits here, a ton of spirits, and you feel their gaze upon you all the time. And James, especially
so many
you,
security spirits.
Yeah, you actually feel sort of cold coming into this place.
Okay, that's obviously because I've got the medallion.
Yeah.
I put on my gloves that make my hands look like hands.
And they just is it just like hands like this?
Well, yeah, because I mean my normal hands look like this, so it just adds an extra finger in there. So
because of the surge, there's actually a lot of especially in the Zurich nation, there's a lot of figures that resemble animals a lot more closely, because a lot more people sort of come to this place because it's more natural, right? So you see a lot of people who are working behind stalls or running cars or basically
Dave,
selling...
it's Sioux Nation. The
Sioux.
X is silent.
I know. I fucking sue. Then sue me, okay? I'll slap you.
I'll sue you, bitch.
I'll sue-ex you.
I'll sue-ex you.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a lot of the working class in this area are sort of cat-like. There's even a couple of people that are bird-like. They have beaks almost, essentially.
Yeah, I'm mainly putting on the gloves because you'll recall that my hands are also sharpened into implements of death. So, I can't actually take those off. So, I mean, I can give up my gun, but there's not much I can do about being able to stab someone in the face.
Yeah. No,
Do I
that's...
have to give up my blades?
What I'm trying to say is... yeah, you'd have to give up your blades, yeah. What I'm trying to say is, though, things like that is a lot more appropriate in this region. So, yeah. No one's going to keep offense to him. You might even see a tiger walking around, or something like that. Or for example, they can't take the beak off a bird.
They could still be used as a weapon. Yeah,
it still can be used as a weapon, so.
So no swords, no gun, no unnatural weapons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as long as you agree to those rules, and know that you're being scrutinized by spirits as well as physical security, because this is a casino, and casinos are a lot more intensive in terms of security than probably most places you guys have ever been, except for maybe Lurdane. You're probably the only one that has any sort of idea of high level security at different places. But
or that mall that had 90 cops.
Rent-a-cops, yeah.
Yeah, that was weirdly secure for a fucking mall.
Well, yeah. There's a reason for that. You guys just never found it, so.
Excuse me, we did the job, we got paid, that was it. That's all we had to do.
Yeah, there's a reason why the cops were there. It wasn't because of a fucking diamond store, though.
Obviously, they were there for the smoke dogs.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the plan here, gentlemen? Are you going to enter, give up your weapons, that sort of stuff?
Yeah, I'll give up my.
Yeah, is it like a coat check?
Yeah, it's a secure weapon room. You're
Yeah.
given like a token when you enter and a complimentary like casino. What do they call them? Chip.
Chip.
Poker chip.
Yeah, like a poker chip that's worth like 1,000 yuan, I guess. And you're given another chip that has like your Dropbox essentially is what like it's like every person gets
Like a
like a
number.
Dropbox and it goes into like you see them do it. They put it inside of like a metal container and they lock it. And the poker chip has the key in the actual poker chip. Like you pull it out of the poker chip sort of thing.
Okay.
It actually has a phone number on it on the poker chip, and this is because you can, if you want, deposit money into this place or items of value, and if you want, you can use this poker chip as a way of paying for gambling. So you can gamble away your belongings that you left in this room.
Okay. I'm not gonna gamble. Or I'm not gambling.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
think
not
I'd ever be
gambling.
able to get enough money to buy another gun, so probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you think they have nachos here?
I seen some nachos.
Oh,
I seen them.
where?
There's a buffet. All you can eat.
Let's go.
Follow me,
Let's-
lad.
Let's.
I have
Okay.
many things to show you.
I can't
All right. Well, I'll let them
barely
go off and go to the
believe
buffet,
it.
and I'll go deal with Mazza Dakota.
All right.
Which is
So
a tribe as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
it's-
guys-
No, it's a state, I think.
yeah. So you
There's a
guys.
North and South Dakota, yeah.
Yeah. So you guys. Who's heading off to the buffet? Okay.
Me.
Yeah, I'll go to the buffet.
500 new yen to get in, which is half your chip if you wanted to spend that.
It's all you can eat.
Or you can eat. Yeah.
Like, hello, yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hang on. Business before pleasure, guys. Come on. At least the troll can come with me.
You'll be fine.
I'm taking my hat off. No, I won't.
Do
Oh,
Yeah, the moment you
oh,
take your hat off, right? Someone walks past and goes, "Garlish," and then
I put my hat back on and go red. See what I mean?
like,
how embarrassing.
they're probably
okay,
talking
I'll
about
come-
like
I'll come
your
with you, but
companions.
You
more than
guys
they're
save
talking
some
about-
food. Save some food for me, okay?
Yeah, like I like the idea that you walk away and you turn around and there's a sign that says like eating must take place within the buffet.
We'll be here until you get back.
Okay.
I'm
So yeah, the buffet you pay to get entry. They give you like, but there's no smaller token than 1,000 new yen. So if you pay with a token, they won't give you change. Basically, that's the trick.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you give up your 1,000 new yen. You go in. Now, anything that you guys
Well,
would
there's
want.
two of them. They can just pay one, and then they still have 1,000 new yen.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
You guys go in, and there's just like anything that you could imagine. You can eat here,
Oh,
except
And
for
All made of
like
soy.
every possible flavor of soy.
yeah, you know, except for like animal stuff, right? Because there's not a lot of animal stuff left in this world. But yeah, there's probably like that's the thing. I don't know much about Shadowrun, like, and what's farmed in terms of food and whatnot. But I imagine it's like a meat substitute or something like that. It's very popular.
Luckily, sloths eat leaves and flowers and shit, so this soy-based world is perfect. Soy.
But you're also an orc.
Yeah, that is the awkward bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he likes his soy bleeding.
Yeah.
Medium rare.
Blood soy.
I like my
Medium rare.
soy in the shape of a steak.
Yeah.
You know.
So while you guys are doing that, I guess Mouse and Lodane, how do you go to try and find the owner of a casino? Because that's actually like getting up to that room is probably the hardest bit, right? So.
Well, I guess I was going to start with a reception.
So is this the building that we're going to destroy?
No, Mouse. We're not destroying any building now.
So you guys are walking into the actual gambling floor.
Well, I assume there's a reception before we get onto the main floor.
There's like before you go in, like you walk in on either side, there are like currency exchange, mostly. So you can buy, chips.
Okay, well, I'll ask someone, is there a reception?
That's effectively the reception, right? So.
Okay, alright, I'll walk up to the receptionist. Or the woman behind the counter.
Hi, welcome to the Righteous Native. How much would you like to change today?
I'm sorry, I'm not here to get some chips. I'm here
The buffet is down the hallway, and we actually have a live show further down if you keep going down.
That's good. I'm here for a meeting.
She like looks around. She's just like,
with Mr. Dakota. The name's Ladane.
She sort of like looks at you and she's just like, who?
Ladane, from the band called the Winter Court.
Oh, you might be you might need to go to the bar. I mean, if you're meeting someone, that's where you need to go.
I'm here to meet the owner of the building.
Oh, okay. She like looks at someone who's like, changing money over, and she's like, she like stay there. I'll see if I can find maybe someone to help you. So she'll leave.
Okay.
And you guys are just standing there.
Okay, I'll wait.
You'll wait, yeah. She'll come back and she'll be like, so the only people I could talk to were security, because they would know who to talk to. So I called them down here, and they'll be able to help you, I guess.
Not too sure this is going well.
Okay.
So do you wait?
Yes, I guess I will wait.
Okay. So I mean, you wait, and you get like two dressed people, orcish people, basically come over, and they're like, "Sir, what is it that you want?"
My manager's called ahead. She's arranging a meeting between myself and Mr. Dakota.
Mr. Dakota doesn't see anyone. He's never seen
blind?
anyone.
That's
No,
terrible.
he's not blind. He. Who did you say your manager contacted exactly?
She said to go speak to a Mr. Mazza Dakota.
Yeah, that's not
I'm,
happening.
Oh, okay. Well, is anyone who I can speak to?
He like looks around and is like, you can talk to me.
Okay.
What are you
well,
trying to do exactly?
What I'm trying to do? Well, I've just gone like, I'm Ladane, the lead guitarist of and singer of the band The Winter Call. We just gone like triple chrome
Okay.
with
do
our
you-
album bed the Whispering Bed Sheets.
I just want you to know that
Silence.
when he said, "What are you trying to do?" I was really tempted to say, "Steal a helicopter."
Steal a helicopter? Oh yeah. So he'll be like,
Silence of sheets.
"Oh, you're." I'm sorry. Come with me. We'll put you in touch with the talent leader. Someone who helps the talent. I understand. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, the whole point was for me to meet with Mr. Dakota, and not just
Yeah, that no one ever meets with Mr. Dakota. Don't worry about it. We'll put you in touch with the talent operator. And...
Someone must meet with Mr. Dakota.
Yeah, I'm sure they do, but I don't know who that is. So.
Well, I mean, it would be definitely worth your while finding out who does.
He sort of like looks at you and he's like, "What does that mean?"
Sorry, what does that mean?
Yes, you
would
said
just-
it was worth my
it would just-
while. What do you mean by? What are you
Well,
trying
look-
to pay me? Like, what are you getting at here?
Well, what am I trying to get? I'm just trying to like get to speak to Mr. Dakota.
I've never spoken to Mr. Dakota, and I've worked here for 10 years.
Oh,
He must not like you very much.
How do you know he's real if you've never seen him and you've never spoken to him?
I mean, he pays me. Listen, I can take you to the talent operator, and you can go from there. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Okay. Follow me. So he'll take you through down the hallway, and he'll take you into like the stage area, like the show area of the casino, and then he'll take you to like effectively what's like a green room
Okay.
around the back, and he's like, "Wait here. I'll make sure someone comes and talks to you." Again, I apologize for this. Normally there are procedures and stuff, so.
Oh, well, I was given false information then, I'm afraid, about any procedures. There's no mention of any procedures. I'll be having words with my manager about this. My manager, of course.
And he's like, making his way back to the door, and he's like, "I'll find someone for you to talk to," and then he'll like close the door behind you. So you guys are in a green room now. You're effectively backstage, like in the sort of the inner workings of the casino, essentially. If you wanted to try and like sneak around or whatever, you can totally do
I
that.
haven't got a sneak.
But first of all, what's in the room?
I mean, it's a mirror, powdering stuff, makeup, drinks. There's like a little call button for like a waitress, stuff like that.
All right, I'm going to
Okay.
call the waitress.
Yeah, let's get some food.
Okay, you call the waitress, and she shows up. He's like, "Hi, my name is Mallory. I'll be your waitress. Is there anything I can get for you?" She's like a elf, obviously.
I'll look at my troll friend and go,
Is she attractive?
Yes.
Oh yeah, is she good looking? How
Yeah.
good looking?
Scale 1 to 10.
Scale of 1 to 10, exactly.
With
Assuming
one
this
being
one-
dwarf and 10
one-
being troll.
One being
She's a
one
61 out of 100.
so 6 then. If it's 1 out of 10.
But it's
Oh,
also
out
an
of 10.
elf, right? Which is by definition like significantly higher than the other races. So
Yeah, I mean, I was going to assume by working at a casino, she was probably, especially if it's a nice casino, she's probably going to have to be at least probably at least a 6 just to be there. especially if she's being a waitress to the back area. That means she's the waitress for the talent.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But on
what's your...
on your
hello,
scale,
madam.
James, it's a 6 out of 10, right? Like that's what that means. But yeah, she's an attractive elf. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm like, oh, hello. My name's Ladane. What's your name?
Mallory.
Did she say her name?
Yeah.
Valerie. She said her name's Valerie.
Mallory. With an
Mallory.
M.
Oh, Mallory, the pleasure is all mine, I must say.
Yeah. Can I get you anything?
Soy calf.
A soy calf.
Yes.
Absolutely. Of course. She'll walk over to like the coffee machine that's in the room and start like literally preparing you something in the room that you're in.
Yeah, I'm just watching excitedly, like, oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
I can't wait for James to seduce another character.
Oh, look, I'm not.
You're
Personally,
great at it.
So,
and
so here's the thing, right? She'll be. Here's the thing about working with talent, right?
She's used to this shit.
Yeah, she'll
She knows the tricks.
She'll be like making
I'm
you a coffee,
going to-
but she'll be looking over her shoulder at you, Ladane, sort of thing, and like then she'll go back to like making it. She might recognize who you are. There's a good chance.
What's her name? Gallery?
Valerie.
It's actually
Mallory?
Salary.
Mallory.
Actually, so
Oh, salary.
yeah,
I heard Jimmy. Is her name Jimmy?
yeah. It's Jimmy Mallory,
I'm-
salary, calorie.
So she's used to all of it. So she's used to like guys being sleazy towards her and stuff like that.
I mean,
imagine.
there's an assumption to be made there.
So I'm actually going to be completely the opposite and be an utter gentleman towards her.
Oh, very nice. So she'll finish making your soy calf. It's like, how much sugar would you like in that?
Oh, I've got enough. No sugar, thank you. I'm sweet enough.
She was talking to the troll.
Oh,
Not the
okay.
Mouse.
Oh, I don't know. I've never had sugar in soy calf.
Wow. I mean, I would recommend having some. You seem like a sweet
I usually
individual.
just drink it straight out of the machine.
Oh.
Sorry,
Okay.
my,
She'll hand you like
my,
a small cup, basically. Like it's like an espresso shot of soy calf. And to you, it's like this tiny little fucking cup, basically.
Thimble.
Yeah, like a thimble. Yeah. And she'll turn to you, Ladane. She's like, anything I can do for you, Ladane?
No, but
Sorry,
Oh,
Mr.
I'm gonna-
Ladane.
no, just Ladane will do. I'm just going to reach in my bag and go. You can have this.
You
You
just,
might like it.
no, like, what do you do? Like,
Well, I said I bought an album yesterday.
okay.
Here
I'll
you
give
go.
her my album.
This lovely bear amulet.
Yeah, so I have this lovely bear amulet. Yeah, no, okay, so you give her one of your albums,
Yeah.
and she'll be like, oh, physical media, thank you.
Is she like holding it out a little bit, like?
Please go on a rant about how physical media just has deeper sounds.
Yeah, it's like,
I will do. Yeah, well, you see, physical media that has the far best sound that you can get. It has all the imperfections that the media's recorded on.
Uh-huh.
I mean, back in the day, vinyl was the thing, but now it's CDs. CDs is the.
would you be able to sign it for me, actually?
Sorry.
Would you be able to sign it for me? I know
Sure.
it's asking a lot in your own private room here, but
I'll put my autograph on it,
and she'd be like,
which is a symbol.
thanks. I have to. Is there anything else I can get? Either of you.
If you could put us in the right if you can point us towards the right direction to talk to Mr. Dakota, that'd be most
Helicopter.
appreciated.
Oh, you mean the Mr. Dakota, like the owner?
That's if it's possible. If it's not possible, then sure.
If he's
Maybe
real.
something else.
She'll like bite her
don't
bottom
think so.
lip, right? And she'll be like, Let's get a negotiation or something roll from you, please, James.
Wow, actually, wow.
Should have
You
asked
sure?
for a helicopter.
A rich philanthropist diddling the wait staff. Come on,
Oh, that never happens.
that's never happens.
never.
Never.
Certainly not in American politics.
We'll say the difficulty for this, James, will probably be average. So I'll roll 8 die against you. So
What does plot points do again? Can I, or is it Edge that does something?
edge is what does stuff to rolls. So edge, if you use edge beforehand, you get an extra dice, and 4s, 5s, and 6s count as successes.
What does plot do again?
Plot is used in combat mostly, and if you want, you can say, "I would like to spend this amount of plot to do something," and I'll give you. Oh, I would like to do something with plot, and then I can give you a cost on that.
I'd like to. I know it's physical media, and I know that it is probably just a CD, but could it be like a rare print? Like it will be what
I mean, you bought it ahead of time, so the fact that you own a copy of your own CD is probably the fact that it is a rare print, because there's not a lot of your stuff lying around, and there will be going forward, but at least right now, not so much.
Yeah, this was from before you blew up, so
Yeah.
this was one of the original pressings.
Yeah, I look forward to selling out down the road.
You-
But
Yeah.
Couldn't you use a plot point to make her something of a more rabid fan as opposed to someone who may have heard of you?
Well, that's what this role is for mostly.
But that's what
The fact that she knows who this is and is a fan is the only reason why you can make a role in the first place.
I see.
okay, all right, sure. I'll just go ahead and see what happens.
Okay, roll it up for me.
Oh god, I've got to put.
What are you
Stuff
using
in
here? What are you using to do this?
Negotiate.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sure. And do you have any bonuses to this?
I get +2. No, I don't. No, I'm just rolling. I don't get any bonuses. I don't think.
Okay, go for it
Let me
then.
just check. Actually, does fame come into effect on this?
Fame is like basically the way that is a descriptor, which means that you are able to influence people to make roles with your fame, which you've done. So it's more of the reason you can make the role rather than a bonus.
Oh well, this is +2 dice to charisma-based test if recognised.
Okay, we'll keep that then. Yeah, if that's what it says, then absolutely.
So okay, work.
Fucking Jesus, Spoot, selling out like hardcore in the chat. I love it.
4.
Fucking A, man.
All right, yeah, you beat her. Man, look at those ones. Holy fuck. So she just sort of like bites the lip, and she like goes over to the door and sort of closes it and sort of turns around, and like she's got her hand on the handle, right? And she's like, I can take you to him, but it's going to be a little awkward.
Why would it be a little awkward?
I mean, you're nice about this and all that, but Mr. Dakota is well, he hires the pretty ones for a reason.
Pretty boys, pretty girls, both.
Mostly elves.
Okay.
That's like Uladane.
I don't just. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
So I can take you to him, but he might. She sort of looks at you. He's like, I don't want you to go through with that. You're a nice man.
Well, if you know a way of us borrowing the helicopter, with no questions asked for a day.
Are you like? Is that what you ask her? She would have no idea about that. But she can bring you in under the guise of like, more playthings. That's what this man is. And then you can maybe talk to him as the Dane at that point, but that's up to you. What she's offering you is a chance to go in, but she'll have to, bring you in an awkward situation, essentially.
What, involving me getting possibly
Delete.
No.
Delete.
She'll be bringing you in as a party guest, and when you're a party guest of Mr. Dakota, there are certain things that he will ask of you, and that's sort of what she's hinting at here. Or you can wait for the talent manager and see if you can go about it another way, or you can sneak around, whatever you like. But essentially, you've got an end here.
I'll take one for the team.
So she sort of looks at you and she's like, I'm sure he will talk to you once you're there, but
Is it that? Hang on, I'll go. Is it that bad? Is it not worth going down that route?
Don't get me wrong, Mr. Dakota is a very generous man.
He definitely likes to give.
It's the drug
Hey.
inside of me room.
Yeah, hey Eugene, welcome back to Dive Party. Missed you, buddy.
Yay!
So, would you like to go ahead with it?
What do you guys think? Can I ask the audience?
Ask the
say-
players, not so much the audience though, but yeah.
Players then.
Eugene here. Eugene votes. Go for it, buddy. You're the face. You put all of your stats into being able to talk your way out of dangerous
Yeah, but
butthole situation.
I'm not very good at talking myself out of certain situations.
I believe in you, sir.
You can do it.
All right.
That's
Well,
two for go for it.
I mean, you've talked us this far.
Sure, go all the way then.
all right.
I'm
She'll
going all the way.
she'll nod and she'll be like, okay. I mean, in a couple of hours, he's when he wakes, he's gonna want to start partying again.
Okay.
So, if you want, I can bring you anything while you wait.
Sure. I think my friend here could do. Well, I'm sure we both could do with some form of bite to eat.
Yeah, so she'll bring you like whatever
I
you
mean,
like, food wise.
Gonna have to
Um,
get my energy up if I'm if I'm gonna have to do
Nachos.
this. Okay.
Yeah, we can-
He wants,
we can
just
we
wants
can
nachos.
we can bring you some nachos. Yeah. So we can just bypass the time. You guys get your drinks, your food, whatever you want. You watch a bit of TV or something like that in the room while you're waiting.
There's a
so-
TV.
Yeah, there's a TV. Yeah.
I may break it.
This is super metagaming, but at some point you may want to call for your two other party members. Who
I like the
are-
idea that both of you just sitting there, just like, oh.
Fuck no! I literally thought about it when she was like, "Is there anything else I can get you?" I was like, "Can you go and get our friend?" No, this is ours now. We live here.
Yeah.
Okay. Listen, I'm at an all-you-can-eat buffet, dude. I am the happiest little sloth there is, but
We're
I figured you might want some backup. But you're good. You got this. I believe in you.
we're technically an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Like, what you don't know won't hurt you, and you don't know that we've got a waitress serving us soy calf. So
Damn
Dude,
it.
I've literally gone to the nacho fountain and just sat with my head under it for the last 20 minutes.
I'm like
Yeah.
wiping off the drippings from his mouth with a napkin.
Yeah, but what
There's
you
a
don't know-
fat elephant
but-
lady behind me
yeah, but-
who's just like yelling for security because I won't move.
Yeah, and then a security guy's like, "Oh, actually, ma'am, they paid just as much money for you to be here in an all-you-can-eat buffet. We'll bring out another cheese whiz fountain, though."
I would never want to take that away from you.
And you know what? That's why you and I are such good friends, Mouse.
All right, so a couple of hours go by, and
Also, we know the cheese is relatively fresher than the one that is eaten from the buffet.
Yeah.
You think I give two shits about that? Honestly.
I believe in his intro he had rats carry a slice of pizza to him, so I'm not sure he really
Yeah.
cares.
So
Nope.
a couple hours go by. You guys are sort of brought up to like a staff elevator. God, you guys joking has made me forget her name now.
Valerie.
It's
Mallory.
Celissa.
Mallory. Yeah.
Oh,
Mallory looks a lot different now. She's gotten rid of her wait staff uniform and she's put on more of a normal night dress thing. And she sort of looks at you, Ladane. She's like, "Are you sure about this? I mean, I'm sure you're used to partying, actually. Like, She like bites her lip again. She's like, okay. And the doors will open of the elevator, right? And the penthouse is like basically a very humongous open living space. There's like it's one of those like it has like a center feature of almost like a river pool, I guess, like flowing water that flows off the top of the balcony, and it's basically like there's topless women walking around everywhere, topless men obviously as well. There's wait staff here who are like mixed races basically. There's orc security on the like back rooms of this penthouse sort of thing, like standing on either side of the door, and it's basically there's a live DJ mixing and stuff like that. And yep.
Can I just step back a few paces?
Mm-hmm.
When she asked if there anything she can do for me or any, I will ask her, do they have a hairdresser?
Oh yeah, no, it's a green room. Of course, they would bring someone like that. So
I need them to fix, at least like make my hair look semi-presentable because of what the security guards.
yeah, I like the idea. You take off the hat, and she's like, ugh, what have you done to yourself?
2 security guards at the
I don't want to
control
hear.
just-
Actually, I'm sure we can fix this. So we get like your hairdo, right? What does it look like now that you're in the elevator going to this party?
Well, I guess it looks like I've got a widow peak now on my.
Okay.
I imagine they took.
So
I don't know.
Are you
It's
shaved?
just-
Like, did you just cut it all off, or did you style it? Or like...
Justin Bieber. Shave that shit.
Oh no, I reckon they've shaved the sides around, like the sides, but I've still got like a lot of hair on top.
So you mean
that's
basically
been
my
ripped out.
haircut right now? See?
Yes.
Yeah,
but-
except
but-
more 80s hair metal sticky uppy.
Okay.
big-
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like they do that. They do like the soft perm basically on your hair. Yeah, I like it. All right. Okay, so you guys exit the elevator, and it's sort of like a lot of noise. There's a lot of recreational drug use being used. A lot of synth coke, a lot of synth heroin. Basically, any drug that's put synth in front of it, and you can find it here. There's
soy coke.
soy coke. Yeah, there is actual fornication happening just on the floor with people watching. And there's even people making like recording it, like with actual like proper high definition cameras and stuff like that. The sort of shit that I guess Mouse, you would be mostly interested in that, right? Like there's actually like good proper video recording tech here.
Oh, the cameras, yeah.
Yeah,
I
cameras.
was
Yeah.
talking about the dude's boner.
So it's literally like what you'd imagine of a very I have money and I'm going to spend it all day every day sort of thing is. And that's when we see Mr. Dakota, Mazza Dakota. He is a
Dragon.
no, not a dragon, but he he's just a normal man, actually, in every way. He's very he's very strong Native American features on his face, and he's wearing like a traditional Native American gown. He's very sort of relaxed, probably highly medicated, and yeah, he's basically just like talking with another person in sort of like a small little cornered off area with two orcs standing sort of in front of them.
So his bodyguards.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Well, I'll just sort of act like, well, not really acting, but I'll just be my usual self.
Mm-hmm.
This is sort of a scene that I'm used to, sort of, except for the actual sex going on around me. But
Yeah.
you know, it's probably no different than a nightclub.
It's actually very different from a nightclub. Like, it's actually almost like open participation. It's like a weird swingers party more than anything.
Like a swingers party you don't want to go to because the people don't look like you.
No, they
Think
actually
they
like
would in their mind, or
no. These are like very attractive people,
okay.
openly having sex with each other. Yeah.
I will look at what's her face? I've got a name written
Mallory.
down. Mallory. And go, well, what do we do now? I'll follow your lead.
Okay. So she will grab your hand and pull you off in the direction. Mouse, what are you going to attempt to do? Are you going to attempt to follow them, or what's the deal there? Because she doesn't really do anything with you. Like, she doesn't grab your hand as well, or like motion for you to follow or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I want to get this helicopter.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'm keeping it, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you'll have a easy time hiding a helicopter somewhere. We'll
I'll
see.
figure something out.
Yeah.
Mouse has the idea that he's going to get a helicopter. We're going to steal it, and he's going to keep it. That's his goal right now.
Turn your van into a helicopter. Dismantle it. Anyway, so she guides you through the party to these two orcs standing in front of the rope, and the orcs like, "Sorry, honey, he's busy." And she'd be like, "Come on, Jeff. I really want to see him. I got someone he would really like to meet." And he sort of looks back. And
I'm like making eye contact and smiling like she's talking about me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And he looks at Mazza Dakota, and Dakota sort of looks at him and looks down at Mallory, and she's like, he just waves his hand off like that, and he's like, he turns back and he's like, "As I said, he's busy. Why don't you go get a drink? Get your head in the right space." And she sort of looks at him and sort of like looks down at the floor and just sort of nods a little bit. And she's like, "Yeah, okay." So she'll turn back to you, Lorraine. She's like, "Maybe we should wait a little bit."
Sure. Well, we don't want to rush this, do we?
I would recommend some heroin, maybe.
Heroin? That's a bit. Okay. Not really.
I've always liked heroines. I think they're much better than heroes.
She looks at you. She looks at you, Mouse, and she just puts a hand on your waist and is just like, "Okay."
She touched you.
I think I'm winning.
So what's the plan here? Would you like to partake in the party until he's ready to see you, or do you want to try and force the issue? Like, what's going on there?
I'm going to partake in the party, but I'm not going to partake in the drugs. I'll partake in the alcohol, but I won't partake in taking heroin because that, that's a slippery slope.
Okay.
I'm not into casual heroin.
All right. What about you, Mouse?
It's all about that serious heroin.
Oh, there's both.
Oh, well, that's good. You know, you gotta cover all your bases.
He's not famous enough to die of a drug overdose yet.
I mean,
Your
that would
sensation
totally
dies
strike
the
sales.
moment he becomes famous. Spent the money he
Um,
didn't have on drugs and then died.
I don't know. I'll probably go and casually pester the people with cameras, either directly or just by staring uncomfortably.
Yeah, so you join the group of people.
I'm imagining they've got like drone cameras that are like hovering around in front of them and stuff like that as well.
Yeah, it's actually drone cameras, yeah, and but you know they're within the group of people. So you go over there. The closer you get, we basically like if this was a movie, right? You would like in the foreground see like maybe a leg or like a blurred thing or whatever, and you hear the sound effects, but you don't actually see it. So just get that in your mind. And the guy's like, go for a close up on the yeah. So just watch for splashback. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
yeah!
Exactly.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I'm going to need a minute.
Yeah. Ugh. So what would you like to do? Do you want to talk to these? They're basically wearing like film crew shirts and stuff like that, right? Like they're not like just dudes here to party. They're here to film. They're here to make money. They're doing a job right now, essentially.
No, I don't think I'll talk to them. I think I'm more interested in just kind of watching how the drones are operating. I remember my stuff's kind of shit that I've built.
Yeah, so this is the type of stuff.
Professional gear.
Yeah, this is the type of stuff that actually has like focal lenses in it. So the drones don't have to get super close. But what they do have a like a stabilizing rig essentially. So the drone is not flying, right? It's sort of connected to like an arm that a guy has on his back, and he's got like glasses on, and he's sort of controlling it with like two joysticks in either hand that are connected to like the arm on his back basically, and he's controlling the arm, and the arm is like he can like move like this, and the camera stays in a single spot sort of thing. So he can like move over and like grab something on the ground and bend down, and the camera will stay in a spot when he ducks sort of thing. So it's like an owl's head essentially, if you've ever, or a chicken's head. Like if you grab the body, like the chicken's head will stay in the same spot. It's a little like that. And it's basically just like a giant sort of like, it's got like small propellers on it to keep it stabilized when he's moving around, and the arm is just there to hold the weight essentially.
Yeah, well, I mean, now that
because the entire drone is like the entire drone is basically just a single camera lens essentially.
Yeah. Now that you've established that it's attached to him, the chances of Mouse being able to steal it have dramatically shrunk, so he's less interested.
I mean, you could still steal it. You're a troll.
Yeah, it's also attached to a guy.
You could just steal the guy. Just steal the guy.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, I could, but then I've got to carry him out, and then there's like
it's a backpack, right? It's not into his back or nothing. It's just a backpack that he wears.
It makes it awkward.
Okay, sure. But that's, I mean, like if you wanted to get an idea on how to build something like that, you totally could. Like for example, you imagine something similar being used to put a high-powered rifle or something like that on it, right? Like very similar in design ideas. So you could theoretically make something yourself.
I mean, the same sort of thing could be put into putting a gun on top of a roof.
Yep.
So that while you're driving, even though the car's bouncing and swerving, the gun's staying still.
Exactly. Right. So you're investigating the tech or whatever. Like.
Yeah.
Is there any like instruments here?
It's mostly like a live DJ, not so much an instrument.
Is there no like guitar floating around or anything?
I don't know. How much plot points do you want to spend on this?
Would I have my guitar with me?
No.
Just like you did in the first episode, you could use your plot points that there's a guitar there, just like you used that hard drive.
How many plot points would that cost me?
1 for an acoustic, 2 for an electric.
I'm gonna go for acoustic then.
Okay. So how are you going to outbeat the sex club music?
Fuck it, then I've got an electric guitar then. Fuck yeah.
I mean, you could always go acoustic and then just.
I
kill
said
the stereo.
maybe
It-
gonna be the one that saves me.
That's a
good
After
That's a
all.
good idea.
And after all,
if I may, Henley,
Yeah.
for 2 plot points, not only is there an electric guitar, but that DJ has the setup to do a live performance. He has a mic. He's doing the whole DJ. Here's my mix thing, and he recognizes Lurdane. He's from clubs. He gets Lurdane's music. He actually has one of Lurdane's music. One of his music is part of his playlist. So Lurdane can actually get up there and perform to his guitar and his band in the background.
I will say that I'm okay with him. Like if you start playing like this acoustic, maybe he recognizes your music. Because you got to remember, you have just hit the big time. So this is only within the last couple of days that you've managed to,
I'm not singing in character, by the way. I'm not a singer.
I'll give you bonus dice if you sing, but you don't have to take that.
do it.
I like whenever you do that, I'm always going to give you bonus dice, even if it's fucking terrible, James.
Okay, all right, sure.
What are you going to sing?
I'll sing a song.
Go ahead.
I can't sing mega loud. There's people sleeping, so I can't. Do
So
that.
basically, what happens is you pick up the guitar, and maybe like a couple of like the more like high strung, like overly eager elf ladies who are trying to. Imagine you are an up and coming actress, right? There's a lot of that sort of type here, and they're willing and eager to meet people of influence. So the moment you pick up a guitar is the moment that people like swivel and sort of notice that you're attempting to do something, and they want to be sort of around that. So you get an audience pretty quickly.
Okay.
So yeah, this one goes out for all the ladies out there.
Maybe not. I don't know. This is probably not the greatest song. It's not really a love song, but hey. Don't laugh at me, please.
No, I won't.
When you're beautiful, every song is a love song.
Fuck me.
James, if you are singing a song that is well known and it has a chorus, I will sing that chorus with you, sir.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn you all down so that if you start laughing at it, I'm not put off by it. Fuck's sake. Oh, I'm going to go red now. You're going to make me embarrassed. Okay. So obviously I play a few like chords, and I hurt myself today to see if I still feel. I focus on the pain, the only thing that's real. The needle tears a hole, the old familiar sting. Tried to kill it all away, but I remember everything. And then, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Snails. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end. And you could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. I wear this crown of thorns upon my liar's chair, full of broken thoughts I cannot repair. Beneath the stains of time, the feelings disappear. You are somewhere else, but I'm still right here. What have I become? My sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away in the end.
Yeah.
You could have it all. My empire of dirt. I will let you down. I will make you hurt. That's what I'm doing.
Nice, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. So we're not even going to make you roll. I just say that the outcome you desire is there. So there's a couple of things you notice. The first is Mallory is like, hand on the chest, sort of like kind of almost weeping a little bit, right? Almost like she's very moved by it. Halfway through your little thing, I want to say that the DJ turned down his trash, and they sort of like, I guess a guy ran over with like a boom mic and just mic'd you, so you've got the party's attention basically, and in the background, like the fornication stops, if that makes any sense, to listen to the live track. And then you like no one's clapping at the end, right? And you just hear a as like
Fornication stopped.
yeah no
Yeah, please say it stopped.
as Mazza Dakota walks over, clapping slowly, and then the rest of the crowd sort of picks in as well. And he'll walk over while still being mic'd, and 1 second here. Okay. Sinderi Dane, everyone. And everyone will start clapping like super loud for you and stuff like that. And after the claps aside, the DJ music pumps back up, and everyone goes back to their business, whatever that business was. And Mazza will put an arm around you and be like, "So you arrived on time."
Yes, with a little difficulty.
Ah, well, I'm glad you were able to make it to play for us tonight, like I asked.
Oh, that's I didn't even realise, but sure, it was my pleasure.
So I want to talk to you about what we can do together. He'll like pull you over to the side, and Mallory will just sort of like give you like a little like that as you walk away from her, basically.
I'll wave back.
He's like, "Oh, you like that one, huh? She's a bit of a
She's nice.
feisty one. A bit worn, but that's how it goes sometimes." So, can I get you anything to drink?
What's my drink of choice?
You normally have
just-
whiskey, yeah. That's what you normally get
Yeah.
at the bar or whatever, but yeah.
Yeah, just a whiskey, please.
Yeah, he'll like he'll like snap his fingers at Mallory, who will like come up and say, yeah. He's like, "Whiskey for the both of us. Go to my bedroom and pull out the reserve that I have." And she'll just sort of like nod a little bit and just sort of sneak off. So he'll lean back in his chair and sit back and sort of look at you and he's like, "You're gonna be big."
Hopefully.
I see this as an opportunity. I can help you record. I can help you push out your deals. I can give you exposure. All I ask is 10% of everything
That's
that you
okay.
make going forward. And
Current manager.
I want to be able to have you here in my casino. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word for a second there. At least for the start of every tour. This is where you begin.
What do you mean by have me here?
Oh, you start your tours here. And you end your tours here.
Well,
Also, I'm going to need you to represent this casino at my parties.
Sure, but I do need a favour as well.
You're already asking for favors. Okay, big show. What is it that you want?
Myself and my 4 friends of my brother to be helicoptered over the border with no questions asked.
Allow me one question.
Mm-hmm. If it's why, I will explain, tell you the exact truth of what happened. More or less.
All I need to know is this a smuggling thing? Are you someone's mule?
Let's just say when I went through customs, 2 of the guards there tried to have their way with me.
He'll click over at the orc and he'll turn around and say, "Yes, boss." He's like, "You know their names?"
I've got their addresses.
Oh, even better. I want you to get a team together, Mavis. And I want you to take that team and I want you to thoroughly embarrass and... He looks at you, raises an eyebrow. Kill?
Like, maybe not so far, but maybe ruin their career.
Thoroughly embarrass these men. And he sort of like looks at him and he's like, "What do you want me to do?" He's like, "Take the stick over there." And he points to like the orcish porn star that's working his business and he's like, "Make a video." And he'll like smiling like, "Okay, boss."
Maybe just kill them instead.
So he'll like
Those gods are gonna be famous.
yeah, he'll like turn back to you and he's like, "Tit for tat, huh?"
They did take pictures, but I destroyed those pictures.
Oh, don't worry.
And they took my clothes.
We'll sort you out.
And they cut my hair. Hence why I've had to shave my sides.
It's
I
a
know
good
not
look
that
for you.
important.
It's a good look for you. So, do we have a deal?
Can I think about this out of character? Sounds too good to be true.
So yeah, I mean, we'll leave that decision like on a swipe, and we'll go visit our other 2 players right now, Hermes and Firebelly.
Yeah.
You've been here for several hours now, like
There's no food left.
going on 6 hours, right? And casinos, they never really shut down. The food has kept coming, but to a degree, you can't stomach much more. Like, you guys are like excessive, right? And you know, it's not unheard of, right? They have trolls come in here and just eat for hours as well. So it's not like you're doing anything wrong by any stretch. And you're not gaining. I mean, you might be gaining attention, but you're not gaining like the ire of the casino in any way. But is there anything else that you'd like to do? Or do?
Fire Belly. As I'm
Aye.
food in my face. Is that spirit? Do I like? Is the spirit around? Do I feel him?
You mean the security spirit, or do you mean the
No,
shadow
the
of the
spirit
man?
of man.
Spirit of
I'm
man?
assuming he's in the amulet, right?
Yeah, he is, which is with Ledane. So, but yes, you can always feel him. Like now that you know his presence,
Yeah.
you can feel him. Yeah.
Do I feel him too?
He hasn't left a mark on you, but I mean,
Okay.
you feel an emptiness where he was in your mind, but that's about it. You don't feel him. You're not awakened. You can't like reach out and feel spirits and
Right,
stuff.
right,
so.
right.
Oh. Do you actually know anything about spirits, Firebelly?
I mean, not really. He convinced me with some pretty good stuff to try to help him out. It might not be a bad idea.
What did he promise you?
Fame, wealth, the spotlight.
Well, that's fair. I only hope that the bear is understanding.
What does the bear have against him? Have you asked?
Idea. Well,
Why don't
I guess.
ask him?
Yeah. Well, don't let them kick me out. I'm gonna take a nap real quick.
Okay, I've got your back.
I was literally about to say you could probably visit him in the dreams, but that's about it. But and then you're just like, I'm gonna take a nap. Like easy, easy. Okay, yeah. So what does it look like when you fall asleep? You grab like a table, sleep under it. What do you do?
It's adorable.
I mean, I
Do you just
probably
two hands on the table like that sort of thing? Like what's going on?
I probably like hang off the side of the table, just kind of hang there, with my mouth open, so he can just occasionally put nachos in.
Yeah, so like a waitress will come over and be like, "Do we need to call an ambulance?"
That's to you.
No, he's fine. We've had a lot of nachos.
He's digesting.
He just needs to rest. It's not a big deal. It's under control.
To answer your question earlier, we will be bringing back another tub of the synth lobster.
Perfect.
It's yeah, and she'll just sort of like move off and yeah. So you fall asleep, but it's sort of like a waking dream. You just sort of wake back up, right? And you're in the room. Firebelly's sitting there eating, not paying attention to, and everyone else's face start to like shimmer and blur, like kind of like if someone was to blur on the TV someone's face a little bit. They go all like swirly and stuff, and a bear wearing an apron and a chef's hat walks out of the kitchen. And he starts helping himself to a plate of food, and then he comes and sits on the opposite side of Firebelly, who's just like robotically eating, I guess, like whatever it is that he would be obsessed about the most, or whatever you recognize him being obsessed about. And the bear will sit down, and he'll start like he has a knife and fork, but then he just puts his face into it, and starts licking the plate and stuff. And he'll look at you and he'll be like, "A devil, you've made a pact with the shadow."
I agreed to do what you asked me to do, and then just not be involved. I can't control what Firebelly's gonna do.
The bear is oppressive. The bear is the pride of the forest. You can.
So you want me to do what? mean, you didn't give me much information here.
Another man will walk in your dream, and he will again help himself to a plate and sit down at the table and start eating, not paying attention to either of you, similar to how Firebelly looks. And the bear will sort of point his snout at the man sitting next to him. He's like, Benjamin Greyfist. This is the man that needs the amulet.
Oh. I have to give it to him?
And then you snap back awake.
Yeah, right there, boy.
Oh. You put nachos in my mouth.
Well, it's the least I could do.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Benjamin Greyfist.
What?
It's the name of the person the bear says I have to give the amulet to.
Do you know any more about him than just his name?
He apparently likes synth lobster.
Well, we did pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. I'm sure they'll give us a takeaway box.
The sign says we can't take it away from here.
Well, you just leave that to me. Is there like a sleight of hand type thing I can do?
What, to take a plate of
to steal lobster?
I mean, don't you have the practiced ability to swallow something and then regurgitate it?
Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Doc coming up big with the game mechanics.
So I'm like,
hi Fred, here's regurgitated synth lobster.
So I run up.
That's what you've always wanted.
No. So I run up to the buffet, right? And I kind of like look back at Hermes, and I kind of like wink, and I grab like 2 synth lobsters and hold them by the tail, and just like a bird, I'm like, and right down the gullet.
Someone make a gif of that, please. Okay, new episode title: Swallow Like a Dwarf.
Yeah.
Oh, like a dwarf. Barely
I'm writing
legal.
that down right now. Swallow Like a Dwarf / barely legal. Oh man.
Firebelly.
Aye.
Shouldn't you have wrapped those in something?
That'll be fine. It's not really in my stomach. That's the trick.
Oh. Well, that's impressive.
But we do need to hurry.
So I look around and like, because in the astral plane he was there. So I look around. Do I see him there?
What, Benjamin Greyfist?
Yeah.
No. This was less about being in the astral plane and more about being in a waking dream.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, but do I know what he looks like?
Oh yeah, no, that's the whole point of that. Like, you know what he looks like.
All right. We should go find Lurdane, so he might be able to find out more about this guy.
And I need to get out of here so I can, extricate these lobsters before me, esophagus starts to break them down.
Fair enough.
And I grab a napkin to like clean them off, for later.
I think the restroom is over there.
This napkin will be fine. He'll never know the difference. These things are slimy as shit anyway.
I won't tell if you don't tell.
All right, and we like pinky swear.
He doesn't have a pinky. He like just one pinky around like the middle of his claw. Yeah, I like it. And with that, I think we'll call that an episode. Yeah.
Oh shit.
So yeah, shit, guys. Good job on everything. Everyone can take 1 karma for the gold that you managed to get from the museum. And
Wait, how much?
1 karma.
Okay.
And yeah, let's do some shout outs then, yeah. Oh, everyone take an extra plot point. That was great. I enjoyed this episode way too much. It's a good comeback. So yeah, those poor men, by the way, Lodane. Those poor men.
They had it coming. I mean, in fairness.
They won't be walking for a couple of months then, I guess.
Yeah, and it'll be hard for them to find employment as well. So there's that. Anyway, let's good. Let's do some shout outs then. Mr. Your Jonas, what up, sir? How you doing?
I'm doing well. It's good to be back. I miss this swarthy crew of wonderful gents. Sad that we're missing Prylor, though. You know what? The three of the ones that I got remaining still pretty good.
Oh.
Well, Henley, you're always here, so I didn't include you in the 3.
I know.
Pretty
That's
good's
cool.
the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me.
Oh.
I thought he was just excluding me and counting Henry.
No, in those 3, I was excluding Henley. You swallowed 2 lobsters for me, bud.
That's right.
I mean-
and I put nachos in your mouth while you were passed out.
Dude, you took care of me. You're a bro. You're a dwarf bro.
I
Anyway.
felt bad for attacking you earlier.
Yeah. Well, what you gonna do? Forgive and forget. That's the sloth motto. Anyway, hi, I'm Eujune. You can find me at twitch.tv/Eujune because that is how Twitch works. If you enjoyed all of this, then what you should do is subscribe to Henley because this is where that happens.
20% off for December.
That too. But if you're on YouTube, not only should you still subscribe to Henley on his Twitch, but you should also hit the subscribe and like button to this video. Yeah, that's. See you guys later.
Precious I had to fucking sing as well.
That was actually really good.
It was good.
You know
I
what?
liked it.
I'll give you an extra plot point there, Lodane. That was some solid shit, actually. By the way, that GIF of Spooty choking down a.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is. So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's.
Speaking about choking down lobster, Spooty, my man.
Well, that exists now.
It's
So
not as bad as the group hand job GIF that we
The
got
group
from.
hand job is probably a lot worse. But I'm glad I'm now finally, after being a member of Die Party since the inception.
That's
I
true.
now
You
have
were you're the oldest
now-
member of Die Party.
I now have a sexual GIF made of myself. So thank you. Thank you so much,
for
Fook.
show with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I had a good time. I'm glad we're back. You can catch me here on Thursdays, obviously, for Surge, and I think we've moved LA at Night to Sundays temporarily for scheduling conflicts.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Let me just read this real quick. You keep talking.
Okay. So, right now we're doing it on Sundays. I think it's temporarily. I don't know. But you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram and all that shit. If you click on my name in the chat, my Twitch channel has links to all that shit. Thanks for running the game tonight, Dave. It was fun.
No worries. Happy to do it. Shadowrun Anarchy is a easy game to run. I just love it when my players have the imagination to fucking come up with cool ideas and shit like that. So, speaking about cool ideas, James Corp, my man, the coolest idea.
Did you struggle there? I almost called myself James C. Yeah,
James Cook.
that one. Yeah. But no, I'm James Corp now, which stands for Chambers of Roleplay, because I do RPG stuff on my channel as well. We do that Sunday nights from 8 p.m. and Tuesday from midnight my time. Technically Wednesday morning at midnight. Yeah, not true. Yeah, fucking time zones. How do you fucking work this all out? And it's my own time zone. But other than that, I play video games. I've got some more games being set up at the moment. Slowly getting things set up. It's just trying to find the players and stuff like that, which is always my issue. But other than that, we're getting there. And thank you everyone for watching, and thank you Henley for running. That was brilliant, except I had to sing, which wasn't good.
I mean, you didn't have to sing, but the fact that you sung mean that you didn't have to make that roll. So, and then you got where you wanted because of it.
And it was awesome.
Yeah, you even cut your manager out of the deal. Good job. Maybe.
She's small fry.
Small fry. Last but not least, we have Doc Gast. What up, sir?
Yo!
Yo!
I regret almost everything about this session today. It was great. Find me here tomorrow, where we're hopefully going to be continuing our grand adventures in Pandemic Legacy.
That's it, yeah. So maybe we'll get the Eugenius on for that. We'll see.
Ooh.
Eugene, you down?
Unfortunately, I have social plans. If you guys are still going when I get back from the social plans,
Let me
I will
know.
definitely
Send me a
hit you
message. Yeah.
because I won't have anything else going on. But yeah, we're doing dinner with friends, and then we're gonna go walk around a park and look at lights.
I mean, you could
So
just tell them
normie
you
shit.
have important shit to do instead.
Yeah, we're doing that normie shit. And here's how that conversation goes, Doc. Wife, I'm the man in this house.
Oh, no, that's it. You
I'm
said wife, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what I want. Then I have 3 broken legs, and my computer is out the window somehow. So,
How do you
yeah,
have 3 broken legs?
Shh.
think about it.
We don't.
I know that pain. Not really. I'm a newlywed, so
Well-
I don't really have that problem yet.
I'm still trying to work it out. I mean, maybe under a microscope it might look like a 3rd leg.
Got him! Alright, guys.
Got 'em!
Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's episode of Die Party Surge. Motherfuckers is good to break. So, yeah, guys, there's a little, like, I spent all this time sorting out, like, when fucking LA at Night's gonna happen, and then Wreckage is all like, whoa. So now we might be changing it again. It's like, the man just needs to fucking announce something and then stick to it, because fucking hell. Anyway, guys, keep an eye on the Discord.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on the Discord. That's the best place to keep up to date with everything that's going on. But the idea is that this week, LA at Night was supposed to take place on Sunday, but it might not. It might swap. The schedule will also be up to date the moment we have information, so you can check that out as well. But tomorrow, Board Games with Bearded Bros, 100% going to happen. It's probably going to be more Pandemic Legacy, because that shit is getting fucking sassy.
I bet.
There are some Zams running around now, so it's it's going to be good. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed tonight's episode. If you did, why not subscribe and follow the channel? But other than that, have a good one. We'll see you in a bit. Bye bye.